hopefully very shortly. And I am recording this session for those who miss it. Okay? I know. I think I'm going to jump okay. You go straight to jump up. All right. Just double check. I said, just tell the folks, whatever's on this that you don't see in your book, circulate, mark it, ticket, put your name on it, okay? And leave it here. Then we'll go back. I'll leave these couple extra here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe 2 persons told me tonight they wasn't coming in. All right? And as I said, I have this one recorded. And if you do need, say, key checklist, cash flow, but you're not gonna have an exam. You're not gonna have anything that difficult as the cash flow on the exam. They have one.
No?
No. It need to be done. But if you need some video, I'll put something together of slaughter, the time, money, stuff. I have all those videos on YouTube. Okay? Last class, last year's class, so forth. Alright? And as I said, there's no order how the revision goes. Just question Mr. Archer on what you're not sure of. FATCA, VAT, trust, condominiums act, so forth, so forth. Not Friday, Monday next week, I'll give you a definite date on the exam. We're looking at mid-April, mid to end April.
It will be a weekday or a Saturday?
Yeah, I'm thinking I would prefer to put it on a Saturday if it's more convenient for everybody. A Saturday 10 to 1 a.m. Just that I need this classroom available that day. Our semester ends mid-April. So that Saturday that I have free, then I'll schedule it for them. How's that sound? So if not the 18th, maybe the 26th of April. Okay, that's where our classes we finish. Okay? And if you have anything, please call me. I'm in office all weekend. Right?
lines go on your chapter when you heard the story about Alfred Gray? With the setup of the local government.
Good night, everybody is just so busy. Yeah, I have to be. Okay, let me get them together. Long day. Yeah, it's been a long day. It's no easy. Thanks, up. How was it there? Chicken in this bite making all this noise. Now, who was it who said they don't have water to handles? I don't. What you mean you don't? What's possible? You can't say check so we can know what's a friend and what's not a friend. Somebody don't have myself.
I don't have to speak up or that's.
You don't? Put it there to put your name on it so you know what the friend is. You sign it? Yeah. We'll send this around. What do you do? Oh, so you don't know where you lost or found? Okay. What about you?
I think you should have it. I didn't get to it. I still have a few.
All right.
I'm going to try to stay low anyway.
You know, you need one, I can get one.
No, if you want, you have to go back.
It don't matter. Let's do another thingy. And you all had so many months to review this, you all should be like happy as could be.
It's time to start it.
Huh?
It's time to start studying.
Yeah. So I didn't have the passport. I don't have my passport. So you need a stapler? Anything else? So Bria, what are you studying from?
Oh, I have to.
And then you would say, but you don't have. Okay. You did miss a few classes. Last but not least.
What? What can make that difference?
You know where he works?
I know, but he's
He works at the commission.
Oh, see, that would mean Emily even needed that.
You did not change jobs, right? Okay, so you work at the commission. You see, we took one of your colleagues.
Yeah, two.
Yeah, Velma and Ambrose.
So again, folks, we're doing pizza tonight.
Doggy day, you too.
Preference? Veggie.
Domino's,
Veggie.
pizza, order it online.
Hey, doggy day, you too.
50% off.
Well, yeah,
it's true.
Repeat that?
Yeah.
Order online.
50% off.
Yeah, 50% off.
You can have me
The
that.
deep dish.
Did you
Deep dish.
Or handmade or whatever.
And at least one veggie.
And pepperoni.
Pepperoni, ham, bacon, all of that stuff. No?
Whatever, it's 50% on.
All right.
That's funny. Hey.
You do?
You have to hit the right coupon and on the first set the back end.
Yeah. Well, I thought you gotta talk to the social bank because maybe there's plenty of money in sales.
Market down, somebody gotta buy and sell something.
I don't know if you have any salesmen in Scotia. This is not check.
What do you have to say?
Dark, black.
You going to the stable up?
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you going to the stable up?
You need a stapler?
Yeah, she needs one.
You have one?
Oh, she don't want something else.
All right.
What you missing? All of this. Jesus? What you take? What you take is what you missing?
I have stuff like that.
We straight, right? It'll be straight.
I thought so.
I don't know, when I have you send you out. So what you
All the ones that are
missing?
sick, which one is I
In fact,
Okay, so
you
we'll
think
take
I
missing.
don't
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. We put name on the top. So
He said it's either the 18th or the 26th of April.
what, the exam? Yeah, it's coming up. 150 questions. Sign up.
and 50% is on this module, right?
75 questions.
75.
So you straight.
No.
What's up?
I don't know how many things. I don't know the
Yeah,
answer.
You all hear me?
Melissa.
Melissa.
No.
You all hear the Guardian is called the financial guru? All right.
I don't know half of these things because we read these things. Condominium math. Build a little top.
Can we pass it?
E-commerce.
That's good.
Now come on now, y'all were good at this. Y'all were good at this, so don't go there. Yes.
It's been so long though.
That is not true.
Been like
I
6
picked
months.
this up. I picked this up last night and I said, my goodness gracious
We
me.
doing this all every day, all day. I don't do this every day, all day. You do this every day, all day.
What you trying to do with me?
So you wanted to go?
You have to explain factor to me, man. I lost on that factor thing, man. One client came to me, said the bank gave him a form, and he took back the form and he completed the bank. Tell him he cannot bring the form to them. He has to take it to his attorney. I said, take it to me for what? I don't know what to fill out on this.
Which bank this was?
Royal Bank.
Oh, I don't know about that. Ours
Unless
is
you have
done in the
questions.
bank.
Unless you have
That's
questions.
your question.
No,
Ours is done in
he's
the
not
bank.
an American, however, he does have, what is the number called? A social security.
Oh, so he has to do a self-certification.
No, you shouldn't have to.
He has a social security number, he has to do one.
Number,
Sorry.
but that's because I went to school.
Another question.
I should
But you still have to fill out the, you still have to fill out the form.
I even tried to call you for help, you know, Miss Archer. You my
That
colleague.
was a report I gave you all. Yeah, that's it. I didn't, okay, so it's December 2008.
I think he has if he has more than $50,000.
But that's for reporting. That's reporting.
It doesn't necessarily mean you have to pay taxes, just a
No.
you have to report.
Is he not an American? Tell him take the U.S. Social Security number
International
off.
passport.
But he has one.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter.
Yes, as long as he has one.
And I think that's
an
what
official,
happened.
that's an official document.
When they saw the
from
social
US
security
government.
number on it, that must, you know.
Why
has
the
a
hell would he
number.
even put that on? Because he's being honest.
He's being honest, and it's best for him to be honest. But let's just say he didn't put it on.
Yeah,
Right?
that's it.
And he had funds.
I mean, it's
Let's say he had
nice,
funds in the account, 150,000. He didn't put it on.
Okay.
Then the bank sends his report to the IRS. Then they come back and they say, this is incorrect.
But my understanding of FAFSA was that it's for Americans.
But even if you don't live over
If you don't live over there,
Just
all over
over
there, you have to report.
So-
Nothing will happen.
What you bought
So we do have some Bahamians who were born over there, who don't live there,
But
It says they still have to do it, they still have to do it.
no, he was not born over there. He's a Bahamian. So he has a social security number and he owns a condo over there, right? But I don't think he put that there. He just put a social security number. And what
Social security number off.
Yeah, but if they was to run the social security number, they should be able to find his condo.
Right,
So,
exactly.
so Royal Bank has to report his finances, or at least not report the finances.
But why does he have to
report
bring
his
it back
name.
to me? Why does the lady tell him, bring it, take it to your
Is there any way of you decide?
If he's not
No,
notified,
the only way, I know Scotiabank send them back to their, if they have questions in terms of what does the form mean, do I have to pay taxes, is there people?
And they tell him, we can't help you, I don't know, you gotta fill it up. I'm like, I don't even know which form to fill up. I just learned about this stuff. This just busted my brain. I tried to call you for help.
Where this was?
In the beginning of the year, I left a voicemail and all that.
In the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
the worst time to call.
But that's when they was giving out, well, actually they put it in the post. This is crazy. They put it in
This
the
is what
post.
Royal Bank did.
Yes, they put theirs in the post and tell you must have it completed by a particular date. You don't even know if that person gonna pick it up out the post.
Well, most companies don't even know offshore banks, I used to work for offshore bank, all of them got out in the mail.
Yeah.
So what if, I mean, I just, the form that he completed, I just go over and complete it, and I just will cover that and send it in. But what I'm saying is, what if, you know,
Sometimes
the,
they're not
he
even
completed
online.
the wrong form? I don't even know if I do the right one, I think I do the W8 back. I think that's, I don't know.
I don't think
Only names on this list we need out,
Yeah, just check which ones you don't have.
which you don't have.
Yeah.
you don't have.
I think you should have everything.
I took the ones that I asked.
Well, whatever, just tell me what you don't have. Just tell me what you need.
Very hard.
But that factor is for all companies, anybody who has a bank account, a business bank account, they have to fill it out.
Business or
No, I
Business
don't.
or individual. It's called a USDT share.
Right, yes,
Right.
yes.
And they actually, the law states what is a USDT share. So that's where you have to start from.
So everybody who had an account?
Continuous in front of.
So I have an account where like I'm supposed to complete one.
No, are you a US citizen?
No.
Do you have a US social security number?
No.
Okay,
Something kicked right back.
so that's not you.
That's where he get, because guess what, he said he was going away, and immigration, call him in the back.
Why?
Call him in the back, not for, I don't remember, it wasn't for nothing serious, right?
He thought it was related to that
He thought it was related to that.
No, that's where they're trying to get money,
You know tomorrow.
the tax.
Yeah,
Never know. Got it now.
they must be doing like a little random check, and say, well, geez, man.
You're not missing these things, you know.
I will leave you guys.
Yes.
Well, I have these three. I just don't have this. I'm gonna highlight the ones I don't have.
So what all the time I did here? How are you missing all of this?
I don't know. And they should.
That's strange. That's very strange, you missing all these things. And I know you were always a class. I know you miss a few.
Yes, but I got some stuff from,
Yeah, so how
so what
come?
you missing? You missing the same stuff I missed?
Basically, yeah.
I little
Cam?
scared, I little.
Which day you miss?
Yeah.
No, I missed one.
No, you miss, no.
Let me see what you missing, but I use this folder as a guideline. You have the e-commerce things?
I don't know why, but this is all like, on these. You know what it is?
Sound like we're prepared.
Yes, we're going through this. I know we going through it, trying to bring everybody up.
I think you could just pass it.
Yeah,
Let's
Just give me my destination.
someplace else.
That's right.
You want to right?
See them all right there?
This is it, right? Just e-commerce.
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Like, all these.
I have that?
There you go.
Where? Where's
No,
that?
I don't have this.
That's not in the main thing, it's in this?
October?
Where you got that from, out of your thing or in this? Oh, you created another folder, right?
This is the second one.
That's your second folder.
Anything else?
Ah. That's that one. What else you want to on there? Foundation. The trust?
Yeah, we got that. Investment condominium, yeah, you just need the app. I think Miguel was supposed to send the app, didn't send the app.
I don't want that after.
Okay, okay, so do the app.
That's it, that's good.
Yeah, I have that. I think you have everything. You missed what, one glass or two?
I don't know, maybe get hundred.
This is,
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
You just missed that. Yeah.
Oh, I remember this fact. What happened was there weren't any more handouts.
yeah, remember that.
I remember that. There weren't any more when I came. I remember. So that, the checklist and 14 and 15.
Maybe that's the glass.
Yeah, I don't have, do you have this? Administration, but it's this. Okay. Oh, I don't have taxation, not in trust companies.
You eat from where the glass, you saw that, right?
You have this?
That's more.
I don't have this either. Do you have that?
No.
April when? April when
It is 16.
I checked thoroughly. Preparation.
I just want to be in the shit.
You ain't gonna wait on the gallery the week before. That boy, you right. A week before.
Just like.
Let me see the tag for.
You have it like that, I show.
Just the front sheet, you would say. Conditions, page 1.
Yeah, you don't need that, because like your bill, this bill is up here. Okay? You don't need this. This is yours, yeah. Taxation, this one here, you don't need this.
I don't need that.
No, because you have it up here. Writing a will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, good question. This here, these 2 pages consider retirement benefit, that's all of this here.
Okay, yes.
This one is 2 pages.
Yeah, there's only 2 pages I need.
Alright, okay. I trying to find it wrong.
And it's a pension thing.
Did I also have taxation?
She said you don't need that.
You don't need that
The
one.
taxation on the back here.
Taxation.
3.
Number, what about number
This is
4?
formula?
Yeah.
You need 4?
Yeah.
Taxation will.
Right, number 3.
Because you know, writing a will on the very first page at the top.
So I don't need this.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
But we still need 4.
And then, no, I don't.
Which one? You should have 4.
Comma.
That's the, oh,
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah, you have that.
What date is this?
Uh-huh.
February 6th. February 6th.
Yeah.
We have everything on the.
No, they put in case this one's taxation.
No, don't worry about the headings, this is the document. You probably needed that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's only 8
Okay,
pages.
but I don't know this one.
No, you don't need that.
Taxation for bills?
No, you have right here. Yeah.
Just remember I used that pretty much not.
You good?
You know what it is.
You got that?
He said like Brian and was doing like a world tour.
I thought
Brian
it
told me
was,
was doing a world tour about this. Yeah, I
Verse
remember.
number 5.
Yeah, not much information.
Yeah, he has a video showing.
Can't remember the dates. And I wrote my like book, black and white book. You love to look. You have to look deep to find.
Say, let's see.
Yeah. The two songs
And
from
clean
NIV, they
I
like
have the clean
4
form.
pages.
Okay, yeah, they came up.
4 pages.
What you say about the international tax, man? You don't-
Just those.
No, I did not say that.
I wish.
Okay, so you know this exam is a multiple choice exam. No, you can put it here, so whoever brings it can about. Put your name on it. And say, okay, so highlight means missing. What means missing? What circle?
Yes, no.
But I had to make a notation here. This one.
So let's start from the beginning. What are the 3 primary types of law? I know you must have been studying.
Someone said that.
What you mean?
Civil, criminal.
What the fuck you missing again? No, you never watched it.
Common?
You should have called that. You didn't get this?
You said this.
I asked the days on this, I said, you don't need that.
Oh, no, 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 no.
So to be bringing up tonight, yeah, but that's not tonight.
Oh, so he's coming back then, or we have to leave him?
Rush dance. 16 class, right? 16.
Okay, so what are the 3 types of law? 3 types of law.
Civil,
Uh-huh.
primary,
Who?
Criminal.
Criminal.
criminal,
Primary. Civil. No, not common. Huh?
Oh, it's not common.
Yeah, you can try.
Civil, criminal, and
Public.
public. All right. And what are the sources of law? Bahamian law.
Sources.
The sources of Bahamian law.
Common law.
Case.
Mm-hmm.
Case studies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Constitution gotta be one, right?
Yes. So we have constitution, we have common law, we have Bahamian case law. What else? Don't turn into the book.
It's right here though.
Someone said it? What?
Statute. Statute, you say
Yeah,
sources of law?
statute law, legislation. 2 more.
Equity.
Yes, 1 more.
Court.
No. It's a C word, but not
It's a
court.
C? See?
Mhm.
You ready? Say constitution, right?
Right?
Custom.
Custom. There we go. See, he's been studying. Watch out for him. Watch out. Watch out for him. So what's the court hierarchy in the Bahamas?
Privy council.
Mm-hmm.
Magistrate.
Supreme Court.
So, yeah.
Supreme Court, magistrate, and then, family and
Then the
administrative
Alfred
side.
rate. Then MPs, right?
Family and administrative side.
Magistrate.
Magistrate.
You make his own law. You can slide him in there.
He go right above family and administrative.
He does? Oh, he said categorically I did nothing wrong.
Oh boy.
Mhm. So where does the Supreme Court get its jurisdiction from?
Privy Council?
Mm-mm. Where is the Supreme Court's jurisdiction? Where does it get its powers from?
Constitution.
Oh, isn't the Court of Appeal? No?
Local. You said where do they get their power from?
Give us some options.
Options?
Yeah, that's the multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice. Let me give you some options there. The Constitution, the Privy Council, that's what y'all tell me just now. The Supreme Court Act, government.
Sounds like the
See?
Supreme Court.
From the Supreme Court Act. Okay.
Yeah, do the questions like that.
Do it like that?
Yeah.
You don't know
All
where
right.
they see it.
For those who have studied.
Hmm? How many justices should there be in the Supreme Court? In addition to the Chief Justice? 5, 3, 7, or 11? It's 11. Not more than 11. It in your notes.
That's in addition to the chief.
Chief Justice. Uh-huh. Why are you writing these down? These in your notes. Okay.
I think it's one of those things, I mean, when you did literature and those little, no, the little spin books. And when you did clip notes, clip notes.
Okay. The Chief Justice is appointed by the Prime Minister, or the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition, or the Attorney General.
The Prime
or-
Minister with consultation with the leader of the opposition.
There we go. You got that?
Somebody been studying.
No, I just knew that.
Yeah, you know that. I just need to go to there.
You just appoint one, that's all.
Other justices of the court are appointed by the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition, or the Attorney General, or the Governor General.
Prime Minister.
I'm gonna go with the
Other justices of the court?
Other justices. Who are they appointed by?
You mean that?
Who you said?
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister. Who you said? Attorney General is the GG.
GG?
Mhm.
But the GG has to
Governor
go
General.
on. The GG
Acting
goes
on
on.
the advice of
Prime
the
Minister.
the advice of the Judicial and Legal Services Commission.
Not really great.
And the notes?
Yes.
We need clip notes.
Okay, to be a member, to be appointed as a justice at the Supreme Court, you should have served, at least in legal practice, 5 years, 7 years, 3 years, or 10.
5? If they 5 is 10.
7.
7.
It's not less than 10.
7. Oh, it's
Not
10.
less than 10.
Magistrate. Right?
Yeah, none but no magistrate, I am.
It's actually the same thing that you read these questions, so
serve as a
we
what?
can send us to.
That's the notes she picking up.
I'm on the notes.
Serve
That's
as
the
a-
notes.
I just know which questions could be more or less like multiple choice.
No less than 10 years to serve as a what?
Chief Justice.
Justice of the Supreme Court.
Not Chief Justice.
Justice of the Supreme Court. That in your notes?
I agree.
10 years is what?
Not less
Magistrate?
Practice as a counsel and attorney, not less
Also,
than.
okay.
Are you going over questions that are going to be on the exam?
No, I don't know what's on the exam.
What?
I know that that whole bundle you see there, that went to London.
Oh, I thought you helped create the exam.
They asked me questions.
Well, then you helped.
They asked me questions. Things that they were not clear of. Everything else they're clear.
So the things that they actually they were not clear of, those are the things that you should go over.
This has been good. This has been good.
Mm.
This has been good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
This has been good.
You never say that.
A Chief Justice of the Supreme Court can serve until they're the age of 70, 75, 80, or 65.
65.
Mm-hmm.
And I think something up until 67 now.
67, yes. See, she knows.
So what's the answer?
65.
65.
And if you read up to 67. What are two categories of the magistracy?
Good question.
The S and C and the L and M.
The essence, that's
Superintendent.
Yes.
That's a superintendent circuit?
Mm-hmm. Not superintendent.
No, it's
Stipendary.
Stipendary.
Uh-huh. And circuit, magistrates, and the next one is LM. No. LM.
I don't know that.
Exam.
Lay magistrate.
Oh.
Yes.
Now what the question was?
What are the two categories of magistrates?
Okay.
On there with magisterial, didn't that force right off?
The S and C magistrates are appointed by the Prime Minister, and the leader of the opposition, the Governor General, or Supreme Court judges.
Governor General does all the appointments.
Yes. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
I know you didn't hear that. Your mind going someplace else.
Wow. You said,
Who appoints the S and C magistrates?
but you said it's not.
No, you tell me.
Who appoints the S and C magistrates?
Mhm.
I do it the Attorney General.
No. Governor General.
Oh, I go back.
Yes.
Yeah, I trust my
Who appoints the justices of the peace?
Pardon me?
Who appoints justices of the peace?
The Governor
The
General.
Attorney
Under advisement from the Prime Minister though?
Hmm?
No, not under
I know that one,
advisement from the
the
Prime
Attorney
Minister.
General.
But it comes from the Attorney General.
Right? That's not
AG
the
office?
Attorney General, right? You say who
Justices of the
appoints
peace
the
are appointed by the Governor General by warrant.
Governor
The
General?
Governor General does all the appointments, and the ones what we have to watch out for.
No.
Yes, it's the who doing that
Oh,
advising.
sorry, that's a notary
That's what
public.
I'm saying, under advisement from the
Republic,
Prime
yeah.
Minister,
She
right?
said everything.
The notary
She knows
public,
they
sorry.
never
That's
come
the
there.
one that appointed.
That's right. So I mean.
She ain't really doing the work, right?
No, she
Under
does not.
advisement, right.
So if there's a criminal proceeding, whose name is it instituted in?
Criminal?
The Crown.
The Crown.
The Governor General. If it's a criminal what?
Criminal
Majesty.
proceeding in the magistrate court,
In the magistrate court is the commissioner.
commissioner.
But I thought, I don't know, but I had it mixed up because I was thinking the civil.
And we come to this legal section and.
It's criminal. A magistrate can impose a sentence of imprisonment of how many years? 1, 3, 5, or 7? 5. Not more than 5. And a fine not exceeding what? 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, 10,000? 10,000.
So 10,000, I thought the magistrate court.
Just going to civil matters. That's criminal.
See, that's what it is, that's the problem.
Yes, that's what they're gonna mix you all up. You're getting it now, right? So for civil matters, in the magistrate court, the value of the property cannot exceed what? 1,000, 2,000, 3, 5, 7, 10. 5,000.
Can you repeat the question?
Ten.
Magistrate court, property.
5,000.
The value of the property cannot exceed what? 1, 3, 5, 7, 10,
10.
5.
5.
Ten for criminal.
Are you serious? It's petty laws.
Lay magistrate can try civil claims up to how much? 1,000, 500, 200, 400. Lay magistrate?
200?
400. 400 for contract, and how much for debts?
200.
6.
Where we get this two from?
I don't know, it was somewhere, I said.
Because you're reading the line above, which says that where the life of the land is in dispute and does not exceed $200.
Okay.
That's the line just above.
And you can see how ready we are.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Really?
Yes.
But that means we gotta do this as a group exam.
Let's do this.
Can you list me the 4 specialized magistrate courts?
The domestic court, coroner's court, night court.
Stop reading out the book.
Don't read the book.
You just happen to be on the right page.
Again, that's all you gotta do in this exam too. Be on the right page, you good.
Oh Lord, that don't sound right.
Juvenile, domestic, coroners, and night courts.
How many of it?
This page is 6.
There are 2 ways to incorporate a company in the Bahamas. What are those 2 ways? Incorporation.
The 4 what?
The 2 ways to incorporate a company in the Bahamas. What are those 2 ways? What happened now?
We try to find the page.
I have to find the page.
I tell you, give them the option.
Okay.
I know you need
Okay,
a
they
memo
need
and
that page
ask,
too.
but
I
I
love
don't
that
know
page.
how this is falling into place.
You know you need a memo and arts.
Yeah, I know
okay?
that.
So to incorporate 2 companies, they fall under 2 acts. What are those 2 acts?
Companies are
Companies Act
Act.
and the
IBC.
IBC Act. Yes. And what are the documents that are required to incorporate a company?
Names and all.
Names and arts. And what else?
Certificate of incorporation.
Certificate of incorporation. See, she's been studying.
No, I know that from the Bible.
What's the difference between a sole partnership, a sole proprietorship, and a partnership?
So partnership has limited.
No.
Has
It's
unlimited
unlimited.
What's the option?
The partnership is established by either partnership agreement or the Partnership Act. And the sole proprietorship is just a
Owned by
business
one
license.
individual.
Owned by one individual.
One individual. Easy to do. Partnerships without and partnership, 2 or more companies, parties.
Upon the death, if there's a partnership, what happens? The business
This is
continues?
dissolved.
Is it upon the death of one?
Partnership is all
Partnership is dissolved.
Okay.
it's ended.
Terminated.
What if one of the partners just resigns?
And the deed has to be reconstituted if they are gonna do it again. If they are, the remaining partner must be the partners. Otherwise, it is dissolved.
What's a trading as company?
Sole proprietorship.
Sole proprietorship. Okay, let me see if I can. If a person seeking to reside in the Bahamas wants to purchase a residential home,
You need 1.5.
what's the minimum investment?
500,000.
No,
1.5.
1.5 million.
That's the what?
I think that's for
The minimum is
speedy thing,
1.5.
eh?
Expedited, yep. And $25
That's for the
for
accelerated
application.
consideration.
And $25 for the application.
Right.
What documents are required for the application?
And you need the
Birth certificate,
passport, photos,
Proof of.
citizenship.
Ownership
Remember there was
of
a
the land,
processing
right?
fee too.
No, they don't own the land yet.
It's a
Oh,
processing
this is
fee.
just the
Yeah, he gave you the
application.
fee, $25.
Cheap. Yeah, Yeah, man, you know, right?
You must have identification.
Photos, police certificate, birth
Financial
certificate, marriage
certificate,
certificate,
character
financial
reference.
reference, all those stuff are required.
Character reference, medical stuff,
Mm-hmm.
ownership of the property. I read
Proof of ownership, right?
The immigration status.
Ownership of the property.
See?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
already
it's a
approved.
proof of ownership.
Number 11.
All prop.
Ownership property owners as defined in the form of conveyances, deeds, or mortgage contracts.
Right.
We got to go through each question as a group.
What?
You want to post me, Frank? So we can put them all together.
Say what?
I can't write all.
They have business. My book can come up.
When is a certificate of registration required versus a permit?
Say what?
When is it required?
Certificate of registration, when is it required versus a permit?
But you can leave permitted to.
This is,
Auditing.
this
Talking
is
about
for non, okay, for
Non-resident.
non-resident?
Say that again, when is it what?
When is it
Certificate of
required?
registration is required versus a permit. So they could give you a scenario and then they could make that as one of the options. You see what I'm saying? Certificate of registration or permit or approval of the national investment policy or approval of the NEC. You remember when a certificate of registration is required? No?
I don't know.
When they purchase a condominium or vacant property, to be used for single family dwelling,
Okay.
that's when you get certificate of registration. You have to apply to the BIA. So when do you get a permit?
Not registered as single family dwelling.
Undeveloped land. And how much acres should it be? 3 acres, 1 acre, 5 acres, 7 acres?
5.
5 acres.
5 acres. Did they know that? 5, what kind of acres? Is it 5, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there?
No,
Must
it
be
has to be
5.
continuous.
Right. And you also have a permit when you have an interest in land, which is a freehold, which means you're doing it right out. What's the stamp duty on a conveyance that's between 50 to 100,000?
8%.
You looking in the book?
Yeah, I just happen to be on that page.
Don't look in the book. Don't look in the book. That's not good. A person who purchases the land, they can ask for a title to be deduced from 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, or 20 years. How far back can they go?
30.
30 years.
30.
See, there we go. You don't throw out 30.
What about the
People is well go further back than that from the Queen.
Yes, they can. What stops them?
legislature, right? That's the legislature, right?
Period of 30 years or for a period extending to where? It's 30 years or
I could read it if you
Uh-huh.
wish. Okay.
since they
30
didn't look
years
at.
or for a period extending further back than a grant or lease by the Crown or certificate of title granted by the court in accordance with the provisions of the Quiet Title Act.
Whichever period may be shorter.
Okay. 10.
Right. Sure, one.
That's why quiet.
For a requisition of title, what's the required number of days after receipt of the title documents? Is it 15, 12, 8, 14 days?
14.
14 days.
Yeah,
Yes?
page 10.
Exemption from stamp duty on acquisition or mortgage of a home is for the value of, for first time owners is valued at what?
$500
500,000
or less.
or less. Who prepares the mortgage document? Prepared by an attorney. And executed by whom? There's the mortgage document now. There's not the agreement to
Or
sell.
the
There's
bank mortgage.
mortgage.
The bank and the
mortgage.
away.
The mortgage or. What are the three types of security over land? Of security over land.
The mortgage.
Legal mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
equitable mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
Lease.
And equitable charge.
Charge.
you got to this is
They what?
We have to talk through this exam.
Why?
So we go back.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Possible choice
Go
can
and
be
see, go and see, go and see.
Go to see. Don't go to see.
See you way out of this.
There's three options of form.
What?
On the exam, is it A, B, C, or A through D?
When a mortgagor is said to have redeemed his property, he has sold it, he has transferred it, he has leased it, or he has paid it off. Paid it off.
Free and clear.
Yes.
Cash.
The assets of a trust may comprise real estate in cash, land only, or real and property, and personal. Who may enforce the provisions of a trust?
Trust administrator.
Who may enforce the provisions of the trust? The settlor, the trustee, the beneficiaries, or the beneficiaries and the settlor?
Trustee.
The beneficiaries, and the settlor if he is a beneficiary.
You gotta read this stuff.
Beneficiaries who are entitled to a fixed income from the trust. That trust is either a revocable trust, non-revocable trust, a discretionary trust, or a non-discretionary trust.
Non-discretionary.
Okay. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay.
When is the exam?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. They're looking at the 18 and the 26. 26 sound
I with you here. Don't mind him bringing it with you. I can even take it to April.
Huh?
May.
Me ready?
No, we can't do it.
I fucking all these questions right now.
To transfer trust from one trustee in one jurisdiction to another one, what do you have to do?
Pardon me?
To transfer trust from one trustee to another trustee in another jurisdiction, what do you have to do? Amend trustee,
Yes.
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 have a meeting?
No.
Amend.
You have a meeting to
Amend it.
trust me.
Amend the trustee.
Amend the trustee.
Mm-hmm. And what's the document called when you transfer the trust from one trustee to another one? That gives the new trustees the effect,
Deed of effect?
deed of appointment,
Oh.
deed of retirement and appointment.
$675, the questions coming from this.
These exam questions?
No, so,
Five questions.
Are these in any way, exam questions? Or we just,
60% the pass,
or
right?
we just,
Potentially.
And 60% the pass, right, Masada?
how much is 60%?
90.
No, 90 questions?
Yeah, okay.
How many
150?
questions? 150. I thought it was 300 questions.
Oh, 150.
no, many.
150 questions, that's all?
Yeah, we got some.
3 hours.
3 hours, 150.
90 questions.
I get 90 right.
Like,
get a
That's
90
good.
right. That's plenty.
That's plenty. And you thought it was 300?
I thought it was 300.
You are managing a trust. You are managing a trust.
Think about it later.
You are managing the trust and there is a civil unrest and you now want to transfer the trust somewhere else. You remember that?
I remember.
Can you transfer it based upon the deed and retirement document? Can you transfer it by just amending the trust? Can you transfer it by just sending it over? Or do there have to be a clause inside the act? Inside the trust deed, called a fee clause?
Yes.
A
Fee
fee
clause.
clause.
Oh, yes.
So you need that fee clause as an option somewhere. You have to know what a fee clause is. For a will to be valid, 3 things must be present. What are they?
The signature has to be at the bottom.
A witness?
10,
Yeah.
certainty of words.
Certain of words, certainty of intention.
Sound mind.
Certainty of subject matter.
Certain subject matter.
Word, subject matter.
Object. So if a trust fails on certainty of subject matter, what happens to the trust? Or the transaction itself in establishing the trust?
Say that
You
again.
want to establish the trust, and there's uncertainty of subject matter. What happens to that transaction?
Step not to the part.
No. You want to establish a trust,
Fails in
it
its
fails in its entirety,
Yeah.
because the property can't be transferred,
Right.
okay?
Just with that one or all of them?
No, any trust,
Any trust.
any trust. An investment fund is an IDC, a company, a partnership, or a unit trust, a company or partnership, or a company
The
and
last-
a unit trust.
The one before that's when you said
Unit
unit
trust,
trust companies
and a
or
partnership.
Partnership.
With me?
Page, page.
Okay, good.
What is it, say it again, please?
Investment fund is defined as a unit trust company
Or
or
partnership.
Right.
issues or has equity interest.
For a company to be considered a Bahamian investment fund, it must either be one of the following: incorporated or registered in the Bahamas, the administrative investment advisor, investment manager, or one or more companies or individuals, or a company whose administration or management must be carried out from the Bahamas.
All of them.
All of the above.
All of them.
What's the original
The
question?
Bahamian-based investment fund.
Bahamian-based investment fund.
That's right. There you go.
All of the
Don't mess it
above.
up.
Oh, yeah.
Mess it up.
You ready?
Okay.
You ready?
It's nothing to say all of the above. Them answers usually wrong.
A Bahamian-based fund, a partnership must have either, you said this could be a tricky question.
Yeah.
The first one says Bahamian-based investment fund. The second one says a Bahamian-based fund, a partnership. There's a difference. A partnership must have either
Right off the bat.
one or more of the general partners incorporated or registered in Bahamas. The partnership articles must be governed by the laws of the Bahamas, or the administrative investment advisor, investment manager must be either a company incorporated or registered in the Bahamas, whose place of business is in the Bahamas or uses an address in the Bahamas. Those different answers. So they can take those two paragraphs and they can mix them up. They want what? What is the 4 classes of investment funds?
This is the
Standard.
professional, the smart, and the
Recognized foreign funds.
Smart fund.
And how many smart funds are there? 10?
8, 7.
7.
What?
Minus 1.
A custodian of an investment fund can be an insurance company, it could be a bank, it could be a financial institution,
Yes.
any person approved by the commission, or it could be a lawyer. Which one?
All except the lawyer.
Yeah, I know financial institution,
It's
insurance.
a bank and trust company, a financial institution,
Yeah.
or someone else approved by the commission.
Yeah.
Not the lawyer.
A dormant fund may relaunch its operations within 12 months, 10 months, 3 months, or 1 year.
1 year.
1 year, 1 year, 1 year.
But it's 12 months and a year is the same thing?
Yeah.
Or we
He ain't
trying
trick
to
you with that one.
No, they ain't trying to trick you.
Oh, I learned that in primary school.
That's right.
What?
The application fee for standard professional or smart fund is $1,000, $1,500, $350, or $750.
Smart, that's 7.
Standard professional and smart fund. What's the fee?
Say it often. Did you say 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
1,000.
No,
750.
$750.
I said 750.
When you say
I
$750,
did say
first
750.
or her first answer?
Only at the broad fees.
The Bahamas reserves some areas exclusively for Bahamians. They are
Transportation.
fish selling, public transportation,
Public transportation.
construction,
Construction.
selling sponge,
And then straw.
wholesale and retail operations,
Wholesale and retail.
security services,
Yes.
real estate.
Where the
Yes.
list is? What page are there?
That right here.
What page?
Let's do what then.
I didn't read that copy.
Yeah, what page are there?
That right there.
Put the bottom of the page, the number.
My number different from your number. I have 26.
Read it. 27.
It's
I
different.
remember reading that.
All right there.
It's
There's
under
certain, there's certain things that are just for Bahamians.
Yeah.
Foreign investors are encouraged to invest in small shops, banks and trusts, ship registration, upstate condominium resorts, and information and data sharing, timeshare development, or conch farming.
No.
So they can open a conch farm like that?
That's not here.
It can not.
I don't know.
So we could do it too, but foreigners, the best are encouraged.
I was in Miami last week, they was asking for big companies. You got a market?
Does the government encourage joint ventures with Bahamians?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
And in what areas?
nothing that we can
Those
make money.
exclusively for me.
Those that are reserved exclusively for Bahamians.
Nothing we can make money.
That is not true. What is the process for getting approval?
You gotta go to the council then. You gotta be submitted to the BIA.
Yeah, before you do that, you need a what?
You have to have a partner.
A proposal.
Yeah, business plan and all that.
Project proposal, what else? You send it to who? You send it to the minister? Or you send it to BIA? BIA, okay, all right.
Send it to Biafra.
No. And then it goes to who?
The National Economic Council.
All right. And there's some things you need prior to sending it there, one of which is an approval from?
And
No, he already did NEC.
Yeah.
We need another approval
Approval.
from. Mhm.
That's good. You're right. Let's try it.
We need exchange control.
Exchange. From the NEC. You have to have approval from the NEC, right?
Yeah. Because they require the approval before. So if if Bahamians own less than 60% of a company, they must pay what's the annual fee? 1,500, 2,000, 1,000, 500? And when should it be paid? January, October, July, December?
July.
Okay.
Page 28.
What do you mean is that in the notes?
Hey, you not gonna be on this task with
Them tricky things.
No, it's not. If two companies merge, there's a surviving Bahamian IBC. The merger can be reversed. It's irreversible. Can it be reversed?
The merger?
Mm-hmm. Two companies merge in a surviving Bahamian IBC. Can it be reversed?
No.
No, it's irreversible. Yes.
Page 30.
Mhm.
Paragraph 3.
We'll start with page 28.
How come?
Right?
It's there. Huh?
But
I don't know where I'm come from, these things.
say that page.
Say what?
Let's get this.
When a person writes a will, it has to be in a prescribed form. What is that prescribed form?
piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is?
Have we written down,
What's the prescribed form?
Prescribed form.
Uh-huh.
written on type?
Sorry, what's that question again?
When a person makes a will, it must be in a prescribed form. What is that form?
Prescribed,
What's the prescribed form?
prescribed.
What you mean?
It must be in
Honestly,
writing.
wishes to take it
It
back.
must be in writing.
Must be right there.
What else?
Must be signed by the testator.
Uh-huh.
Some other person in his presence under his direction.
When you're reading straight up off the paper.
But look here, that'll get you the answer. It must be there. The testator by his signature intended. Give you the page.
The page you
Yeah.
want.
Six, page six.
Yes, formalities of a will.
The
That's the prescribed
The
form.
signature must be made or acknowledged in the presence of two or more witnesses present at the same time.
That's correct.
Each witness must either attest and sign the will or acknowledge his signature in the presence of the testator. Publication is not necessary.
Okay, so if a person writes a will and they decide to change it next week, next month, when does it take effect?
Immediately, if he puts in the will, all of my former wills are null and void.
Really?
I believe so.
But yes, you said that he had, I remember when you said that, you said he has to say that all have been null and void,
Yeah.
all prior ones.
What, he
When
has
does
to
it
say
take
that?
effect?
Upon his death.
Upon his death.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Effect.
Yeah, okay, maybe right. See,
Watch
tricky,
tricky word.
Yeah.
Get us.
Slick,
Get
slick.
me there. Catch me there.
I got you?
Yeah.
When does it take effect?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, I'm dead.
So the point that you were making where you said it always, you have to put that it
All-
revokes
That's
all
fundamental.
form of,
Yeah.
that gives you what we call the term that a will is ambulatory. You can change at any time. Because it doesn't take effect until death. Okay?
58 questions left.
Remember that.
That's only this section?
Which one is not a type of will? Statutory, additional, holograph,
That one.
international,
right there, holograph.
mutual, patent, joint.
Patent.
Patent.
Holograph is one too?
Yes.
Holograph is one.
Yeah. See, you get that one wrong.
What is a patent?
Who's making it?
No, you can't videotape your will.
That, okay, I know you can't.
You can't record
Which
your will.
one? Sorry.
What?
So, sorry, which one we can't, which one is the one?
Next one is one I just made above my head. That's not on the list.
Yeah, it's just in the Bahamas, we can't video will.
The following persons have the capacity to make a will? Someone who is 6,
No.
someone who is 17,
No.
someone who is 65,
Yes.
Yes.
and someone who is being declared crazy.
No.
Someone who is 65.
65 is only one.
65, you don't need to it.
In your option.
65 what?
Yes. Yes.
Really?
You say
Anybody
somebody
88?
You say 7 and crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So you say,
65.
okay, so you give
65,
65, and what the next is?
That's it.
That's it.
That's
No
it.
more.
That's
No
what
more.
it
Why the crazy one can't write it?
Yes, you sound mind.
To be of sound
But if you don't
Must be a
approve,
sound
if you don't approve, then he
I
can
said
write one.
declared, I said declared.
Oh, but if he, yeah, he ordered it.
Right, because he needs to have a sound disposing mind.
Yeah, he ordered it.
Okay.
He got, he threw out one.
Now the bill has been written and I want to challenge it. I want to challenge it because guess what?
I
One,
wasn't in it.
I wasn't in it.
Mhm.
Number 2 is fraudulent.
Mhm.
Number 3, I think that it was done under suspicious circumstances. And 4, I think there's a mistake.
I think
Which one doesn't fit?
I wasn't in it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were studying
Hey there, hey.
You were studying
I
that.
wasn't in it, that's why I get challenged.
No.
That's what they get, fortunately.
That's what I
That's why I can be.
Why?
That's our challenge.
Why else I get challenged? Why would I even have
That's
interest?
not an option.
Why would I even care about it?
What?
There you. You remember you were
It
doing
makes no
live.
sense.
You remember when this was live and when you didn't get there when you did it. You see the 30 days.
But that's still him.
The 30 years. The Bahamian laws.
The one we just had.
Table legal
Actually,
system.
it's 31.
I would be challenged by
That's
that.
28.
If a foreigner writes a will, they live abroad, they write a will, and they say that they want a particular property that is in their will disposed according to the laws of the Bahamas, is that will valid or not valid?
Valid.
Foreigner writes a will,
No, that's not.
it's not?
You said it's a Bahamian living abroad, right?
A foreigner
It's a foreigner. Oh, no.
owns Bahamian property. He puts it in his will and he says to be governed by the laws of the Bahamas. Is that part of the will valid?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Why
Yes.
would it be?
Yes, it's valid.
Okay.
The tax state is not on the side of the
Yeah.
We'll sign it.
Once it is the Bahamas is under our laws.
Expressly declared in the laws of the Bahamas. Slide
If the testator is signing, is the testator supposed to sign on this line right here, but he leaves a space and signs below? Is that will valid?
No.
It's not?
No.
Oh, no, say that again.
And you said I could sign it.
It has to be to the
Hold on,
end.
no.
It has
That's
to
why I
be to
said
the
that.
end.
They have to be to the bottom. Have to be to the bottom.
Uh-huh, but I said he's supposed
But he
to
leave a
sign,
space,
he
but
leaves
that space about.
and he signs below.
No.
Is it valid?
No. You guys.
Not?
No.
It
No
is.
will is affected by the circumstances that a blank space intervenes between the concluding word of the will and the signature.
Gotta be to the bottom, no matter what. What page? What page?
One that says formalities.
Which page?
No will is affected by the circumstances.
8.
Selma.
If line space intervenes, yep.
Okay.
Only can swing on this slide. Be to the bottom. Yeah, pick up point in the second, yeah.
A will can be revoked by divorce, marriage, death, another will,
Another one.
Another will. And marriage.
And marriage.
And marriage?
And marriage.
Yep. Oh, why though? Why you gonna revoke upon marriage? What are you gonna keep you with?
no,
You better remove.
you have to know, you can't when you get married. Unless when you wrote it before, you wrote it with the intention of
Yeah.
marrying that person.
So, if I write a will to my kids, and I marry another man, that bill is null and void? It could be
It can be
contested.
contested, you're married.
My husband could contest it.
If you have a dollar in your son,
No doubt.
that's good to know.
You go on there, close one there.
You wrote one before, you need to write a new one. You can write a new one and cut him out, you
No,
know.
I'm thinking about the circumstances.
Hold
He wasn't at the one to start. He wasn't the one to start.
His name and document.
They're still here.
Can a person alter their will after it's executed?
Pardon?
After after the will has
After
been
it's executed?
Can what?
They did?
Can you alter it?
has been executed.
Can you
After it's executed?
What execution? Not execution, not execution.
Yes, they
In
can.
terms of death, execution means that you actually sign it
Oh, you
and
mean
someone
executed?
witnessed
I thought
it.
you said.
No, a will doesn't take effect.
I thought you say when executed.
Yes, you
Meaning that
can.
the will is being
Yes,
executed.
yes, you can alter
The
it.
will can only be
You can
executed
alter
when you're
it.
dead, right?
No,
It can be
it takes
accepted.
effect from
Signing.
signing.
Execute.
It's executed while you
By what?
while you sign it.
Oh, okay.
Sign it, it's executed.
See what else?
Melissa don't laugh.
If you're still alive, can you alter your will?
That's the question.
Yes.
Yes,
It's
okay,
just
of
in
course.
different words, you see.
Yeah.
Try to
Come
explain
on,
this.
spirit and alter it.
Don't leave it
When you
there.
say executed, right?
Yes.
The voice will not there.
Can alterations be made?
first.
Can alterations be made once it's made after the execution?
Yes.
Let's say if I put, there were some words and I put some figures there.
Right.
Yes.
Would that make the will invalid?
Say that again.
Yeah.
Words, and there were some figures written between the lines. Does that make it invalid?
No.
I would say yes.
If the, what you mean, if
Yeah,
the
I
words and the
think
figures match it?
And it's already been executed?
But what would supersede is that?
But that could be
Would the
contested.
words
I think that would
supersede
be,
the
that's,
figures?
It could be.
yeah, that's grounds to be get contested.
But it doesn't make it invalid.
Written in pencil or pen.
Words in the will may be of the. Yeah, I don't
guess
think it'll make it
Just
invalid.
signs for the
but it's
changes
contested.
Yeah, it's whether or not it's
Yeah,
apparent or not.
it has that.
So what's the answer for the just?
It's whether it's apparent or not, whether it's consistent.
So, fun stuff.
This is the easy stuff, right?
Yeah, we like killing people.
I ain't gonna lie, we got like 55 questions.
Don't get that many questions.
Or with C.
What?
That theory was very proof that hasn't worked.
What?
Go with C theory.
It doesn't?
You
Like
only get
everybody
60
mind the
wrong. You only got 60, you're wrong. Everyone come.
How much else? Divided by 155.
So, I don't know what you just got.
A retirement plan is calculated by what? Salary and years of service,
Yeah,
salary plus years to retirement, your benefit plan when you're ready to retire. How is it calculated?
See, the two options,
Salary and years of service,
Yes.
or salary and years to retirement, or just salary?
Salary and years of service.
Years of service. I know that's the part that you can get.
in my mind, I was trying, I was.
Just don't mix us up with
I was going
DAF.
too far, I was like, hold on, you mean in defined benefit of the.
No.
Like, you're way too far.
If you pass away, is anyone in your family entitled to a benefit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The death benefit.
Survival benefit.
Children.
Children's, yeah.
And that's close.
So if you have
But it has to, wait, okay, when you say this, the children,
what's that benefit they get until they reach 18? What's that for?
the benefit that
From
underage
NIB?
children get from NIB on the death of a parent, what's that called? Survivor's benefit. And plus you get a death benefit, right?
Yeah, that's a lump sum.
That is
But the
18.
survivors benefit have to go to.
That's like less than
Until they
$2,000.
become-
Yeah, something like that.
But after 18,
Just to help
they stop
with
paying.
paying.
So-
you can get it up until you.
But it's still late.
Do you have to make contributions for that?
Or?
For what?
Once
Death
you're still in
benefit.
university.
Yeah, you get it.
Up to age 20.
If you didn't work, can you,
I don't know.
can you still get it regardless?
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
sure. I don't know
Is
any
it
of
death
this.
benefit, the burial assistance?
Yeah, but she
Yeah,
said
you
if you,
get it.
yeah, but
If
she
you
said if
haven't
you never
worked,
worked,
if
If
you
you never contributed to
contributed.
national insurance, can you still
I
get it?
think there's a small
Small
sum that
amount,
you get,
obviously,
yeah,
yeah,
very
yeah.
small.
They give it, some people.
I don't think it's more than $1,000.
For what? But it's not more than 2,000 to begin with, eh? Like 1,500?
If you never work.
1,500.
yet.
Oh,
And I think that's across the board, that's the same thing.
That's the same.
That's
like
old, that's even old people know.
And how much
That's people way back before pre-NID. That's, but that's
Who's the
I think it's
NID?
16.
Who make
150 contributions, and what else? One other.
Really?
150 contributions and ordinarily resident in the Bahamas.
They sound mine.
They sound mine.
So
And order-
crazy people
we
get
live
that.
ordinarily
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah, what you mean?
You have to be
You
here.
gotta work together.
Can't live in Miami.
That's how.
Ordinarily resident.
If I work here,
national insurance.
and I contributed while
but
working
you're
here, and I go back to there, then you could get it.
Yes, you could apply
Yes, you
for
could
it.
get it.
If you contributed to it.
Once you
You
contributed
contributed
to
towards
it,
it.
all those expats get that when they go back home.
Foreigners here.
That's right.
Joking.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
they
get it.
contribute.
Have contributed.
They should pay
If they want to
costs.
get it though.
Yeah, but you still contribute. I put my money in that to get my money.
The public service has what type of plan?
Public service plan.
That in the, what's it called?
That in the scheme,
You mean defined benefit or defined
A
contribution?
non-contributory plan.
Non-contribution.
Somewhere.
Public service. So this is not for him to answer. What are the types of annuities?
Annual annuity, flexible plan.
And you read it from the sheet.
Immediate annuity. I try to keep up. I know you got it.
He read it from there. When should you consider pension planning? 40,
they start
50,
working.
They used to
61.
want-
From the
they used to
day you
always
sign
get
your contract.
65.
From you born.
Not when you born.
Start working.
From your bar.
You ask the question.
You eat the contract.
Now, what the book say might be different. But I think when we born, you better think about it.
That is not true.
Right? That's what I mean.
I might take it, but then you start looking.
What are the two types of private pensions in the Bahamas?
Defined benefit, defined
Is it
contribution.
financial pension, occupational pension, personal pension,
Say that again.
Personal pension,
private pensions? What are the two
private
types?
pension.
What are the two types of private pensions in the Bahamas?
What's the type?
Types of private?
Sorry.
Hmm?
Two types.
I
What are
didn't
the
know.
options again?
Occupational, private, personal.
Two types of pension.
Occupational and personal.
Yeah, I was just looking at this occupation.
Occupation and personal.
Mm-hmm.
That's right in there. You got it.
It's there.
I didn't know.
What bit?
Yeah, page 3.
Yeah, no, we have
That's
the.
profit now. KBA.
You should know the Securities Commission.
What, the pension? I don't know the pension. Only thing I know is when my time, I'll give it up my check rate.
Yeah, the pension ain't mandatory.
You staying in that long?
That long.
That's our problem.
My time is about up.
You really serve all those years?
I only a couple of
That's
months
how much
out.
pension we get.
100% vested.
How much years you have to put in back?
10. Only thing to keep me.
See you there now.
It's like, whew. It's like-
If you wanted to advise NIB that you had a change in circumstances, what age should you be at? 20, 30, 40, 70, 80?
Change in circumstance.
What you mean by that?
Yeah, I did.
Whenever the changes,
Any changes
Yeah.
from what you would have stated? The change in circumstances, at what age should you advise them?
Whenever the changes.
20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80? What age?
Whatever age you are, where the change.
What kind of, yeah.
What kind of
What kind
change?
of change you talking about?
Change of circumstances.
Like if you get
You have to
married?
be 70 or below.
What?
Oh, so you can't change after 70?
Or down
After
to
you
pages.
70, you don't have any
That's
circumstances.
just a change
We
except that.
cannot say this girl's waiting. Waiting on the grip.
Whatever.
I need something else.
You something to eat?
Yeah, that's page,
A
right?
little something to give me a little.
Page
Oh.
98.
I don't have no
Yeah, you see
chocolate.
pages.
You know, and cookies.
And I
Say this one who's digging in the bag.
Yes, I have one.
I know they are.
I have an orange in my car.
What's required and the frequency to,
That's why he's so quiet in my phone.
how often should you have verification?
6 months.
Verification of what?
For what?
Keep
getting your
benefit. You mean if you get the benefit?
Yeah.
Yeah, every 6 months.
Yeah,
You
during
can
your
check
birth
online
month.
now.
Or they can
During
stop
your
it.
birth month and exactly 6 months thereafter.
You can verify online.
Yeah, yeah, NID contribution.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
What you mean? No, this is
No,
verification.
personally, if you collect it,
Verification of you.
if you collect the
Collecting,
retirement, you have to
go.
personally go in there.
Oh, you mean it?
Or
Yeah.
if you're on your wheelchair or whatever, for
Yeah.
them to see that you're still alive.
People used to take it
I think they call
after
it
after their
vetting.
parents died.
Yeah, verification.
You gotta come out in your stretcher and your bathrobe and go in there.
What if they're in
Every
hospital?
6 months?
Huh?
What if they're in
You
hospital?
could call them and you could arrange for them to come and see you.
Take a selfie.
Dog.
IG that.
They went personal selfie, everybody, 17.
NID makes a decision, do you
I'd
want
be afraid to see a 17-year-old selfie.
If NID makes a decision,
I
do you
believe
want
you.
to? How many days do you have?
Make
10,
the pants.
Say it again.
15,
30.
21?
Say it again.
Question,
Say it again.
question?
If NID makes a decision and you wish to appeal it, how many days do you have?
30 days.
No.
No.
10.
60.
21.
21 weeks.
Forever. Huh? 15?
14. 14.
14, that's it?
14 days.
No, plenty people can't do that 14 day turnaround.
That's the best thing, right?
You probably don't even get the decision in 14 days,
They
especially if they nail
probably,
it.
you probably even get the no answer till the 13th day.
Okay.
That's all right, just get it in within them 14 days.
Right.
We know that pension plans have been growing in the Bahamas.
Yeah, right.
And if we look between 2005 and 2007, we would say that pension plan made up how much of our GDP? 20%, 30%, 15%, 10%. There we go. 15.
I was close.
You was, yeah? I was. Got like 55 questions.
So you know, you should read this
You
handout.
really gotta read all
You
that.
need to read this handout because this handout gives, is a good ground
This
to
one
give
from
lots
the
of
box?
questions. With these figures. This one. Yeah? This is the last that they have.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, you know.
It takes long to put the statistics together, you know.
Yeah,
Take years.
like just the whole statistics department size of the farmers. Everybody in them, we'll probably overload the department.
Yeah, it's not that many people. And then don't forget now, when they send out these surveys, then whoever they send them to take a long while to compile it, bring it back, and then they have to assess it, they have to make sure that there are errors in it, make sure they pull it from the same database and put them using the same product, so it's complex.
That's why we need to go to Canada.
You back to this Canada again?
No, I'm back to Canada. That's why when I take this exam, so I can leave it.
They went on to have
I don't put me down this camera now. I have to focus on it. I already got one.
Yeah, PBO.
Are you serious? I got 3 people on this trip. 3 people on this trip, Miss Oscar. Come.
Which sector comprises the largest in terms of pension funds? Hotel and restaurant, financial sector, commercial and utilities, or other?
Hotel.
Hotel.
LA.
Hotel and restaurant.
No.
Financial service sector.
No.
More people in hotel.
Tell me by assets and then tell me by contributors.
Well, wait.
But
What was the
assets
question again?
I want different.
Oh no.
It's right here.
Yeah, you gotta choose.
Financial sector.
Go out from hungry to hot.
You bring it up now?
The financial sector's highest.
You sure?
I
No.
know. I look
By
at the table.
assets?
Commercial and
You're looking at the
utilities.
table, right?
It's commercial and utilities. It's by assets is the higher.
And hotels and restaurants.
Right.
That's financial.
By
sector.
contributors is hotel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You,
I tell you hotel.
we know the plan. We know the plan.
you know, it's your word of them, they employ most people.
Where pension funds invested normally?
Where they invested?
Where's the largest investment of pension funds?
Gotta be
Bonds,
government bonds,
Government bonds.
Yeah, gotta be registered, safe stock, safe, easy, and
Okay.
Hey, what page are we on now?
41 in the handout.
Supposed to read that, eh?
Yes, you better read it. You better read that.
I thought I was just take some time off.
Anytime off.
No,
We just had too much long a break.
Yeah,
you
man.
all should have been reading.
It was too much start and stopping, Miss Archer. I start and stop, I mean,
It's
you
been
know.
like 10 years of this.
So I believe the Bahamas Institute of Financial Services, they gotta give us at least 10% to kick off this exam.
Exactly.
We need at least 10%, man. This market,
That's supposed to be over
yeah,
in
give us at least 10%.
We didn't want you 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Do it, go.
We didn't want you 2 seasons in the exam, ain't take care.
I think
You gotta start
My
off at
attention
10%,
span is very
man.
short.
Quentin, you always ask for higher,
Yeah.
just in case to give you lower. So I think we should start
They tell me, girl, come here, man. You gotta start off with 10%.
People say,
Let's start and stop it.
you need to read this handout. What I give you all.
No, we sell this.
Read all night.
You know the exams don't be November?
Man.
What is that?
Log in. We gotta make this open bucket.
I remember the ladies before Black Tuesday.
Hey, hold on. We can't make it open book. Isn't this open book? That's what I said. That's what I signed up for.
It is.
But guess that you could be open book and you
Open book and you can
pay.
FaceTime for
Yeah,
the
you don't know where it is.
Yeah, gotta know where it is.
Hey.
You're in here. We keep. I take one of those exams online, and I failed miserably.
Let me ask you something though.
Before you read?
Along
I
with
never
open
read.
book.
Well,
explain.
I mean,
That's expected. That's expected.
But all I got was
Now
the
you make it
exam,
hard for
right?
me.
After I took it and failed,
You read.
and I read, I say,
It was
oh.
right there, right?
did you fail again?
Ms. Archer,
I didn't take it no more. I ain't
Along
going
with,
back.
along
You don't know the
with,
But then,
results.
but
we can bring
the guys
these
say,
videos.
that
Can
one
we
not,
bring these videos
they don't
as well?
help.
No.
but that,
Videos.
Questions totally
like the
different.
same video we taking right now, we can't bring this down.
No video.
Are they going to issue another mark?
And the calculations questions, oh my gosh.
Or they're the easiest.
No, because
That's
they
only
count
like 10 questions. I guarantee you they're going to be 10 questions.
10 questions.
There's 150
Okay,
questions.
so take that out of
Yeah,
you do the check to get wrong and take everything.
You get 60.
60 wrong, automatically take those 10 calculations once.
50.
Man, why you-
Slide them down to 15.
Straight. Straight.
Okay, you have your wealth management toolkit?
Yeah, management toolkit.
You got a kit?
Yeah?
You got a toolkit?
Management toolkit.
Ms. Archer, what I want to ask you, if we read the new one, they know this is in the
You
book.
need to read that too?
You can read this new one and still use the same, or just read the one.
Go to trust the new one.
What's the one point what I wrote down? Where I come from?
It's the same thing.
You can't be serious.
I dead serious, Jeff. See, Roxanne thing. Right in Jeff's the magazine.
Who does that? Who gets the updated one?
How come this is the same?
Yeah,
That's beyond every YouTube.
This is the latest one.
Yeah,
Like,
I
what do you
didn't make a connection. When I get them, they
That's why I
say
got
stuff.
So I just wanted to know. Just
Can
in
you
case.
bring outside information in, like that?
Well, how did you help you? Because the choices they're gonna give is based on this.
Alright then, that's all I
See
want.
what I'm saying?
After it all, right?
This is the one that they ask for updated information.
Where's the toolkit you got?
You have it right there.
That's your food, that's your food.
Oh, wealth management.
I don't know if they're gonna take these companies and compare them to each other. Yeah. IBC, segregated accounts, so then a company, and maybe ask you like, which one requires which documentation, or minimum number of directors.
Who wrote the questions?
London.
The Londoners.
Based on these material, based on.
Tell Jack you can send a couple cases out to you.
Page?
I thought this was just like something to just throw in. I don't know if I'm supposed to read that too.
Yeah, read it.
That's right, so fine, that's at least a week of reading. I have plenty of literature.
This goes through some of the same stuff that is
I
in
have plenty of literature and I
the
just have it all
slides.
that.
I'm returning to plenty so much. That's plenty. That's plenty.
What?
You should start off with them.
He said 60%.
60% of the persons passed.
Two parts.
Well, not even, what's the
Pass.
passing?
Yeah, the pass is 60% pass.
60%, so how many questions? Well, that's 90 questions, you say? That's plenty.
And they say 60% of the class.
You done survive back.
But you can take it up to 3 times,
You
right?
done survive back. We got this.
Take it 3 times.
You can take it 3 times, right? If you fail, you can take it up to 3 times, right? I think up to 3 times you can take it.
People broke.
But you don't want to go through that again, so just to get to what you gotta do.
You mean you can take it 3 times a day?
Why would you want to do it the same day? You gotta go back to the books.
That's what
foundation.
So when is it, the 6th, the 26th?
Either the 8th or the 10th.
So we got
Which day is Saturday?
I don't see much question on foundation.
What
I
time?
prefer a Saturday. I can't
There's a 90 or 26.
So they're gonna both be Saturdays?
Yeah.
26 sound good.
Which is a month, gives them so much.
Yeah, the 26 sound good, man.
Sounds better to me. I mean, if you take a vote.
Only like when it comes to
Everyone's good, it's very good.
It's not gonna be right, the slum at Easter break.
yeah, the comparison. If you want to put an IBC versus a company versus a foundation,
It's our vacation.
trick questions like that.
How long you want?
It won't take me a big
Like, when you count the holidays, like 10 days.
I can see
So if
that.
I read like 20 pages.
Pay attention to the
50 pages
comparative
a day.
chart between an IBC and a company.
What happened?
Comparative chart.
segregated.
I can't promise you I can read this. This is why you will find. You ever been studying and reading and you just didn't understand
I don't understand.
You're just looking at the words.
What page is that comparative chart on?
That's on the presentation on companies.
Which page?
I was in the toolkit.
You finished that.
How we finish the toolkit and you have some questions?
I said it's gonna be difficult.
This toolkit
because
is
it's
very
just-
a lot of information.
Yeah, but I'm saying a lot of it has been simplified in the presentation.
All the like informative.
See what I mean? I can see them asking you figures like, questions like how many directors, what documents they require.
Like getting them wrong, because I'm reading.
No,
So,
don't say that.
things like that.
Now you getting,
And then we have PTC, that's also in the well tool.
67%, I'll take that.
I know
We have
that's.
private trust companies, that's also in a part of the well tool.
67 is plenty.
So we need,
Large, I don't know where you
I mean,
are.
if you get like at least
But-
95 questions right.
Say you're in the
Private trust company, PTC is. I said that's also a part of the well tool. So when you read these, then you can also read the well tool.
Are you going to PTC now?
PTC is.
You're talking with the smart funds and all them.
Look at these little charts.
Yeah, those are the charts I say they may ask you questions on.
Chart like this, which way is that?
There's a comparison between an IBC and a company.
29th of September. So this would be the information, like you say, the little thing up.
What?
The information in the
And the tool?
In the toolkit,
Yeah, we just compare the two together.
September 29th. CFP 2013. Right after the toolkit, immediately after.
I like this one on captive insurance.
On what?
The benefits and disadvantages of captive insurance.
Is it making a, resurgence in the Bahamas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's starting to come. Yeah, man. You know, most of the-
Then some of the issues of an offshore jurisdiction, such as settler control, force
Hey, where is this?
majeure.
I'm missing that.
Why are you missing that one?
Yeah, what page?
This is the handout on
Offshore trust.
offshore trust.
Which date is it, please?
29, right?
29.
Yeah, what page?
Page one. I just saw that. Okay.
You know what? So,
September 29th,
legal admin.
page 1 saying history of trust.
No.
Page one.
And I would sell it.
Page one also has.
Issues of offshore jurisdiction.
That's our captive.
My September 29th, they're coming out.
It's blue?
Yeah,
Keep turning.
fundamentals of trust.
No.
No, it's in that same, September 29th handout.
No.
We have planning September, the same date.
It's before
You say
PTC.
offshore? Offshore trust?
No, go, come
Go
on.
find this way.
Issues of an offshore jurisdiction.
Right, yeah, keep going.
Yes, it's there.
What's
Yes, it's there.
It's there.
It's
page
in
what?
What is name? Offshore
Page
trust
two,
and
yeah.
company.
What page you want to know?
Page one.
7.
7?
On mine on the 7. You have, what page you have on?
This is the beginning, offshore trust, starting on page one.
You found it? Yes. So some of the issues of an offshore jurisdiction. What are some of the reasons a person would use an offshore center?
Where's that? No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not.
Tax and estate planning.
Tax and estate, yeah, what else?
Retaining, control over assets.
September.
That's the reason why they can use it?
Uses, I reason on uses of offshore trust. Well, the reasons, right?
Reason for using offshore center, not trust.
Local government.
Exchange control.
Exchange controls, confidentiality, local expertise, communication, transportation, language, and all those.
Climate.
So notice how he quickly made that mistake in his mind, went to trust, and I asked center.
And something in Lima.
I didn't do that.
They wicked.
See that they?
You gotta read all that.
And then you have uses of offshore trust,
I'll be on that page.
right?
After the tax and estate planning company.
Craig, what's on that you need to, when we get from work?
This is everybody.
Okay, are we getting together?
Yeah.
Page 3, like.
This is everybody.
This is a real,
For the class?
What's the job done?
There's another girl with a long, yeah, I don't know where she.
When you were saying, able what?
Short locks. You know what I mean? Girl with locks. She have short
Talking out
locks.
I don't know where she is.
Sunday.
Pizza's on reach.
It was on 25th. It's the 20.
Or 26th.
It's 26th, it's Sunday.
What's the day?
25th.
The 25th then.
25th and the 18th?
That's the beginning. So it's 25th
I
then.
can see him.
We can come on a Sunday if somebody else comes with us.
And saying that a person
If it's only
wishes,
us, we can
like
come on
give the
Sunday.
pictures of the person
So,
looking for
we can go to
and
the
ask you which group of products would be best suited.
Right.
They got a foundation.
Financial planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they probably do.
You got
Was it, he's looking for these features and probably list 3 or 4 products in a line and see if you can underline which ones.
Be
And the
kind
best
of
ones.
quiet.
The best so that, right, you got it.
Fire just like this is
I can see them doing that.
okay, so.
But they should really let you see that exam, you know.
Next week.
Still writing it up the last week.
This is really a lousy class. I paid $5,000 and the exam is right here later.
You don't want to hear.
You know.
This is unacceptable.
What'd you say?
I paid $5,000 for this class and the exam is right here.
We should be finished now.
They should have all of us pass just for that.
So you get
Yes. They get graded on the curve 50 is a pass.
That's a great grade on the good.
If I get 75 right, that's me.
What people just.
Hold on.
Alright guys.
They're gonna have computers set up in here.
Yeah, they set it up. Yeah.
So what we
This
gonna do?
building has a generator. They have Wi-Fi.
So what we gonna
Does it have an external
You
power
gotta get the data that
supply?
day.
Don't worry about that.
Get your data.
Mama won't be
You all
testing
just
that
have
day.
to write.
They don't open against that
It
me.
can help you though.
That was a blow.
Because the size of one.
That was a
Thank you.
blow. You know that, right? That was a blow. They was anticipating that opening.
Although they weekend.
Not happening.
That's
I don't know.
But they're hiring so much people. Like,
Don't watch.
I don't know what they do. I went to their house in the Malia. They had the whole restaurant. Yes, for Belmont Place, the place was full of people. I said, what are they doing? I don't know. They're feeding them that food.
Did we write down
And
the
they put their
question?
Chinese voodoo in that.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, they all look like Chinese. There's only 5 people there. Did they have
I
only
see
5 people?
no, I see a lot of young people.
Who's
They
this?
hire
Bahama.
Yes, they hire so many people. So many people leaving their jobs.
Are they Bahamian people that they're hiring? That's the question.
Yeah, they have that, babe.
As long as they're doing
But I'm
that.
trying to figure out what they're doing.
You training?
Like where they working.
They're training them. It's a cultural shift, you know.
Yeah.
That's why they say they wanted them young.
Yeah,
They don't want people to be telling them we don't do this, we don't do that. It's a whole.
Oh, so the young people can say,
All those
Then they fire you.
all those people who got their jobs in Crystal Palace, they didn't give them jobs.
they didn't give them first
Can't
offers?
apply.
But I mean, they didn't give them.
Those people who want to get their
first
40s who've been working there from
They
day
had a pocket. You could take the pocket.
40-year-old.
No,
Trust me, they need a diverse group.
you could take your pocket.
A bunch of young people on this workforce. Everybody coming in sick with boyfriend and girlfriend issues.
Shutting down
These people in
branches and
service.
And all over taking
They live home with their mad, ain't got no bills.
Talk about that.
They might have to
Yes.
go. No, true.
You're right, you're absolutely right. They have to keep it balanced.
a mock of this
Bunch of young people.
but you
Everybody doing selfie.
just
Yeah, do we have a mock where we could go
like
over?
if you could just do like a mock from
Didn't they give you all a mock before?
but that don't have that didn't have much anything to do with this session at all.
You
They
can
have a
have
mock
that ready
ready.
first for the 4th,
Cause
What's the fourth of what?
April.
April.
That whole
That's next week Saturday.
Before Jesus Christ.
What's happening today? On the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Because they don't read nothing.
What happening on the
Tell you what, this
phone?
is
I got
our
to
plan. Our plan is we're gonna read every day over the next week and come in on the 4th and take our little mock test for what you can do.
From your
for us.
chapters, from your thing.
Yes, can you do that, please? We only want 30
Really
questions.
appreciate that.
No.
Give us an intense
Yeah, like-
task.
Okay.
Like y'all ain't
We can
paying
take-
to do that.
We can take 50 questions.
Yeah, thank you.
It's gonna
Take
take
100.
75.
You buy much as you basket.
I'm worth more than a fruit basket.
What you saying? Mine on this side.
Telling me the woman say that. Reading the mind.
It's actually that's doable.
Thought that
How
counts.
long it takes to write this?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's the thought that counts.
Read this, right?
International tax planning.
That nice and regular.
I remember that.
So you know they're gonna ask you all the difference between a trust and an agency. That's trust and bailment.
Yeah.
Trust and a power. They're gonna ask you about that.
Miss Archer, you gotta do, give us time tonight or?
Trust and a power and trust
The ones we
what
get
else?
missing.
Bailment.
Bailment?
Agency. No, he gonna be getting email to you.
I'm relying right now.
Miguel Goodman, you all stuff.
No, he's gonna send it. Once you do it, he's gonna do them one by one. Cause he actually took these from the screen.
I believe in
But I think Ms. Archer straight from the question.
She didn't pay us and he
You don't
made
care what
us.
I answer was.
No, I didn't. She said, anybody get time for that?
She said, you know how much time to take it up. But this thing to
That's still in the yes or no.
do full.
Yeah, it is a no.
No. No, only implied no.
No, I'll be on vacation.
You'll be on vacation?
When you going on vacation?
Next week.
Do I
And I come back on.
So you traveling, eh?
I know, you
And I
can't.
come back. I go.
On the plane, you ain't got nothing to
You
do.
don't get around that.
We gotta be there for 2 hours.
You ain't going to London, I guess you can tell on the plane.
On the plane, and I'm taking my mother. No.
Mom can help us.
She's
So
a
much
user.
for time while you read.
Mom
No,
can
she
tell us
can't
some questions on retirement.
Look at it this way.
She's retired.
Your class next year, you wouldn't have to do this
Yeah,
for.
that's it.
That
Put that out and say,
They're supposed to have a mark. All my other ones, they have a mark.
yeah, but
I'm gonna find out why he doesn't have a mark.
We really should
More
have a little,
intense.
yeah. Especially with this section.
I say,
That's what I said. if we
people,
get
you
section,
can't get around,
we
you
could-
have to read the stuff.
Yeah, but we still want the more after we done read through.
Yeah, I agree. I want what?
You want a 10 color over?
Yeah.
Say, color, what is this?
Like cheese and fish.
I wanna load it.
And what?
Unloaded pizza.
There's a lot going on. I don't know.
Yeah, what's that?
She said a colorful one.
I'm going to try the colorful one.
Yeah.
I hope my face don't break out.
No, I want deep dish.
They're trying to follow what's going on inside that room, man. Tell them Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan saying on the national dam.
When?
Tonight, right now, Melissa. We're playing right now. Jesus.
I have no idea.
Right now, they out there playing.
Oh, okay. And he's on a men's team? Not
Yeah, he's on the
a
national team.
Oh.
The national men's team.
I mean, not bad. Colorful one.
And that's the veg.
I can't call it.
Well, they put pineapple on it. Miss Archer, you would like a spicy pizza? Anything to try it?
She'd like a salad to go with that fruit basket we given out.
So, I'm here, we got a review chapter and everybody submit. Have a question? Are we compiled?
This one cough and.
Yeah, one question. How much percent of the exam is coming from this module here?
75 questions.
75 questions. Wow. And you need 90 to pass.
You gotta get this question.
Yeah, you gotta get that module on point.
Have you thought of that? Type them out, print them out, and give everyone a
So everyone
question.
I have mine and then you.
Put it in the group. I thought.
Mine was a little off piece and I can't.
What are some of the transfer tax planning techniques? No, it's in general. No, it's also in the toolkit. But this is in general. Yes, we do. Yes?
What is
You see it?
Sick technique?
Hmm?
You mean the sick technique, is it?
Yes.
That material gets strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Step up in tax basis.
Yeah.
That's 2 million ones there.
That's it?
It's 2 million ones there.
Yeah, I have that.
Yes, you have that.
I took a couple of classes.
Yeah, I know you did. I know the classes.
I only missed one. I have that.
If someone was to inherit a property, at what rate is the tax at?
Inherit it?
The regular rate.
What's regular rate? Everything they call regular rate?
Depends on the value, eh?
Fair
What's
market
rate?
value.
Fair market value.
That's what I meant.
I think I have that for real.
You have that.
I don't have that.
I think I have that.
I don't have that.
I ain't gonna do all that.
How come you don't have this? You went through this.
That's when you left early for. Yeah?
No, you never left early.
You might come late, you might get an
Yeah, I just email us while using.
What?
When you have them? You missing something? I'm missing that.
Miguel, this indicates.
Oh, it's right here. This here? This big writing thing?
Yeah.
Only one page?
No, it's not.
It's only one page.
There you go, one bid. Better rest.
What
That's
happened
what you need to
was,
stay for.
what had happened was,
Sure enough to make me jetty.
they get to
You're out there making me a chunk. Lockdown usually shield.
They ain't even
What's the US income tax rate?
the ratios on important.
income tax rate.
Mm-hmm.
75%.
75% on 50%.
The marginal rate of US federal income tax is how much?
Oh, we say 75%.
Oh.
20%?
39.6.
39.6.
And 20% for long-term capital.
I don't have that.
Did you, and then you did?
The one on the top you don't have.
What's the CFC?
CFC?
As a certification or?
Good at this.
Control foreign corporation.
Okay,
Tax management.
tax planning.
What do you call this thing like this?
That is all this in the wealth management toolkit.
All is in the toolkit.
Yeah, like it's come twice. One, if you want to do that, regular box. It just ain't as big.
Onion. Pineapple, no.
Yeah, and they put on that either cheese or
What kind of pizza is this?
Tax planning by Americans is by what?
Americans.
Hmm? What's the difference between tax planning by Americans versus Canadians?
The income. Yeah, that's what it
I relax.
Yeah.
is. It's the definement of income for Americans and Canadians.
It's different. Taxation on Americans is by citizenship.
Yeah.
For Canadians, it's by residence. It's different.
And now it make more sense.
See, it's different.
I think residents make more sense.
That's this.
So residency, like, because I remember reading through it, say, level, say for instance, RBC here is still considered a Canadian resident. That's how come they still tax.
Like when what's the guy named who lives in Nygaard?
Mhm.
Remember they had the case against him a couple of years ago, saying that he was still resident in Canada,
Right.
and he's arguing that he was resident here.
Right.
He's arguing how many months he stays in the Bahamas,
Right.
so that he would not be declared resident in Canada, so he
Right.
will not have to pay taxes. Because taxation is based on residency in Canada.
But once you're an American citizen, you just get taxed.
It's by citizenship. Yeah.
Suckers. But when you turn in Canada,
Canada ain't ready, man. Canada so
Oh, no,
Canada.
don't dismiss the Canada one.
cold and foreign.
You been there?
Very clear.
The withholding tax for Canadian is how much? 15%? 30%, 25%, 40%?
Is that again?
What's the withholding tax for Canadian?
30%.
25. 25%.
How much is this was on?
Huh? 25.
How much we gotta pay?
No
Canadian.
We go, can't pay what I-
25%?
Where
That's
they
right.
Where they
I hope so.
But they take care of everything though.
Don't wait for that healthcare street.
Oh, yeah.
They take
yeah,
care of
yeah.
everything.
You said this is the withholding investment?
You can move.
What?
like-
The 25%. Okay.
Come on.
These are all investments that you hold or Canadian
Canadians,
securities?
it's Canadians, all.
Okay.
So if you're a Canadian and you want to take a resident of the Bahamas, is there a tax?
Yeah.
There is? What's it called? An X tax.
Yeah.
Exit tax.
I remember it's a leaving tax basically.
Same thing.
It's an exit tax. So whatever assets that they have that they sell in order to move to new residents, you have to pay exit tax
Where you
on
get that
those.
from? I do not have that hand up.
You don't have that?
You know that?
But they sold that
I
home.
have that.
They don't taxes on that. And
Uh-huh.
it's
Who
25%?
doesn't have that? Who don't have that?
Yep.
Everybody
Canada
wants
ain't
that
paying,
back.
Canada want that tax money. CRA.
What she has name is Aquila.
If you're a non-resident and you hold property in Canada, do you have to pay taxes on those if you die?
Yes.
The non-resident?
So non-resident.
I have to
whatever.
one time I'm dead.
You have to pay taxes on what?
You're
Yeah,
non-resident,
no, no,
resident, you're
no,
liable for tax on capital gains.
Yeah,
You
you
have
look at that. They look
any
at
Canadian
residency.
property,
I don't have that handle.
you have to pay.
Yes.
So where do you write it?
Canada does not look at life or death. They looking at residency, just like you see.
This year?
If you're
My
dead,
personal
don't
paper, I have
want
to
to
pay
still
on this one.
resident.
So as a non-resident, you're liable for tax gain, but they have no estate tax per se.
So if you're residents, you have to vote.
If you're a resident, there's no estate and taxes.
Where you are?
But if you're a non-resident, you're liable for any capital gain. So say you bought the property for 100,000, it's now 220, you have to pay on that, you have to pay the tax for the gain.
On that 100,000.
Uh-huh. They pay a lot of taxes.
Oh, yeah, where? Yeah. Listen. What's up?
Later. Okay, and then there's a handle on the funds, smart funds, yeah.
It was the last
I only remember seeing them small funds in the toolkit. Not like a specific handle.
We do.
You have a handle for it. I ain't get that.
There's a section
Uh-huh.
that goes through all seven.
A specific handle.
An
for it.
electronic signature may be applied to,
See that?
an electronic signature may be applied to any document in the Bahamas.
Is that a true or false question? But we're not having true or
Yeah.
false questions.
But it helps you in selecting.
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes. Yeah.
Electronic signature can be applied to any document.
No.
Is that true? No.
Only electronic stuff.
No.
Can't apply that to even a will,
You
eh?
cannot apply it to a will.
Oh, yeah.
You see, so they give you the choices. You already know that is not
On certain ones.
certain ones. Okay?
Catch me again, I had 50.
Okay, all right. So, the Electronic Communication Transaction Act does not apply to wills, trusts, conveyances, or transfer of any property, court orders and notices, enduring powers of attorney, and all other deeds and documents described in Section 3 of the Registration Act. Okay? The Electronic Communication Act was established in the Bahamas to
encourage online businesses.
Yeah.
Online commercial activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't stand up and walk to the
Ryan,
door off it.
not playing Bermuda up by
Everybody stand
3.
up.
He can't leave you alone.
Who up by 3? Bermuda up by 3?
Huh?
Bermuda up by 3?
Apparently so.
Already?
If you wanted to rely on electronic commerce, what conditions must be in place?
Yeah.
You want to rely? I remember that. What
Remember that? If you wanted to rely on the admissibility of electronic communication, what conditions need to be in place?
Any option?
No, we ran over this.
I know.
Yes. In detail.
Remember this? This was a big dog.
Yes, it was.
The service of the Vietnam.
No, no.
If I can only find the handout,
I can give you a break.
I know exactly where it is.
You remember that?
So, yeah,
Remember this, the detail.
e-commerce.
One was the reliability in which electronic communication was generated, stored, and
Make
transmitted.
sure that the privacy issues.
There is integrity of the information, right? And the manner in which the originator was identified.
Yes.
Right.
Right. That was big talk.
That was big talk.
Because Bahamians are skeptical about putting the information out and, getting it.
Right.
Even though when they keep KYC, they're not
Oh, I have it, this is here.
Yes, you have it.
Oh, okay.
You don't have that one? It's the e-commerce, right?
Yeah, that's, you could be all right.
But there's a 3-year-old man,
You could be all right.
so I have that.
A data controller has to be concerned about certain things
That's just
that have to do with the collection, quality, and use of data. One of them is that the data should be stored in a vault. One is that the manner in which the documents stored, the records should be sealed. One is that they should be kept accurate and up to date. That the data collected should be used fairly and by lawful means. Which ones do not apply? D. All apply?
D.
No, all don't.
D.
No.
Up to
The
date.
data should be collected and used fairly and accurate and up to
What
date.
page is that?
Yeah.
All the other ones I made up.
That's slide 20.
I tell you, D.
That is slide 26.
So you see what I made a month of judge?
So
That's
so when will you be sending that more? What day can we expect that? She's doing
Under
it
the
right
data,
now.
under the Data Protection Act, you can keep data, A, for 20 years, B, 30 years, 3, as long as you want to.
You can keep it?
The data controller, you can keep it.
Oh, the data controller.
How long can you keep it?
Forever.
Or D,
30 years.
as long as necessary. Which one?
However long you want it.
No, as long as it's necessary.
As long as necessary.
Yeah.
And your friend, and you know the
Data should not be kept for longer than is necessary, except where the data is historical research or statistical
There's a
data.
lady in charge of that, right?
Shami, Austin
Yeah.
Farrington.
Sitting around with nothing to do.
Say what?
I know, yeah, I know.
Sitting around with nothing to do, man.
Waiting.
And she has her biannual seminars. Something she does. Yeah, she does a declaration.
She just find things to do.
She's finding things to do. She's going
Oh,
around.
she better than anything else.
Gotta create something to do.
You gotta make yourself relevant.
Boy.
Yeah,
Don't even
she's.
know where we're
And she
at. We have
travels a
fight
lot.
in the central.
Yeah.
Except for Red Bull Bells.
Nobody else.
Wouldn't have moved from where?
You only gotta
The
resign.
AG office? Why?
Nobody
she-
else is get fired.
She in control by the, oh, you other talking to somebody else.
Data can be released if there is a criminal matter.
Yep.
B, if it's in the interest of national security.
Yep.
3,
B.
if the minister says he wants some information.
A and B.
4,
Not one.
You can't give nothing to VI free.
In the Bahamas.
for the protection of international relations.
Yes.
A, B, C, D.
It was C.
A, B, and B.
A,
What the question
A, and
is?
D.
A, B, and B.
When
But
can
they
you
all
disclose
know
information that you have?
And the C.
Has it been in the interest of the national security? Purposes of criminal investigation, protection of international relations, to prevent injury, damages, or loss, any disclosure by enactment of law and enforcement of a court order. Okay?
That's right.
The commission has the power to come and look at any documents that you have. She has the power to enforce or prohibit notices. She can appoint and fire officers for the purposes of inspection and examination.
Penny power.
Or she can prosecute offenses under the act.
Or
Nothing.
D.
D, or
She can appoint and she can prosecute. I didn't hear the other two.
she can only appoint. She can appoint,
She can prosecute it.
she can prosecute offenses under
Under
the
the
act, and she can issue information enforcement and prohibition notices.
You call me too much power, man. Oh, Lord. I ain't sound right.
That name's not in.
We need a data prosecutor.
I'll take that job.
You know what people on that?
If someone discloses access code without permission or obstructs the use of computer, which act does that fall under?
Computer misuse.
Act, okay. If someone accesses with the intent to commit or facilitate the commission of an offense, what is the maximum fine in years of imprisonment? Maximum fine is
$10,000 in
20,000?
1 year.
No.
No, 10,000 and?
3 years.
3
3 years.
3 years, 3
Go to
years.
jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect on it.
3 years.
Call out the girl.
If there is an unauthorized modification of computer material, unauthorized modification of computer material, penalty is
Yeah, $10,000.
1 year. And 1 year.
1 year.
Head of the year.
Child, I ain't
And if there are damages,
If that damage.
maximum fine is 20,000 or,
3 years.
okay. If there's an unauthorized obstruction or of use of computer, for
3 years.
damages, the maximum fine is how much?
20.
No,
10,000 and 3 years.
50,000. Notice each one of
Oh, I
these
say
is different.
damage. You said damages.
50,000.
The damage is 50,000
5 years or
or 5 years imprisonment or both.
That's just send me to jail. I have no money.
Girl said I think we do not watch Doctrine today.
I was paid 50,000
Unauthorized
plus go to
disclosure of
jail.
access codes.
Just take that extra 2 years.
Give me 2 more years.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
wrap up.
7 years.
So you see, this one is a good one for multiple choice.
Yeah. All
Because you
day.
gotta know the fines that goes with the act.
Y'all let me know what the next revision is, right?
Okay.
April 1, right?
That one name.
That's next Saturday, Melissa.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Lena.
Yeah, she had to go to her, you know who.
What are your teams?
Too much for me.
Oh, boy.
An investment condominium is the same as an IBC or a company. Is that true?
What?
An investment condominium.
We're not in this anymore, right?
No, say it again. Say it
We
again.
finished that, right?
That's an IBC or
what?
Company.
It's an IBC.
Okay, where are we now?
An investment condominium.
I
Yeah.
don't have that. Take up the condominium.
Great. The extra, and I.
That's investment?
No.
I have
You have any
investment
extra
condominium.
e-commerce?
I say I have these things.
And you have it.
No, I have that.
Okay, let me take that off my notes.
Okay. You will punch this. And you will punch one. And this two.
Investment condominium, remember, that's the point that I said. It has no legal personality. It has no separate or distinct legal personality, and it came from civil law, remember that? Okay, so a question could come where you're comparing a foundation versus an IBC versus a condominium.
Wow.
Anybody need another investment condominium? No?
Condo.
What's that?
That's the alarm.
Okay, yeah, two more things. Next one was VAT and one was factor.
What?
You have your sheets?
We should be experts on back now, we paying it.
Yes, you should be experts on VAT.
How to pay it.
That's right.
So,
That's the
one
one.
question would be probably what is the threshold?
One.
But I think more questions at this time, if they are wise, would come with the time limit for appeals and filing.
Friday.
Filing.
Filing.
And
And they
filing.
just extend that?
Yeah, that's for those entities where systems are not ready.
Yeah, what?
They give an extension.
And Robert's making noise say it's impossible.
That's not true. Everybody does it everywhere else in the world.
You just need to buy the right system and stuff in.
I was saying,
If you cancel your registration, for VAT, how long do you have to remain on the register?
Yeah. 6 months.
2 years.
I was gonna say that now.
You the wrong place.
What are the obligations of a
we
registrant?
got 60 chances.
You must not take
They're
it.
doing what?
Huh? What's the obligations of a registrant?
To comply.
Yeah.
I know that.
Register.
What are the obligations of a registrant?
Oh.
It's filed.
Is that an obligation?
Well, they can give you the.
They give you the 10.
They gotta have their valid stuff.
What stuff?
The valid certificate.
You must you
No.
must turn in the money.
No, you have to have it fixed.
You have to file your
You have to
returns.
have,
That's what I
the
did.
document, like your
You file your
records.
returns, you must
Right.
have proper records, what else?
You have to display the
But
certificate.
on that note, right, there's a food store on Rosetta Street that still has
21 days,
the,
yes.
that still has the old cashier,
Must
you know,
notify the
big
CRA,
cash
the
register.
commission.
But they charging VAT. How are they gonna be able to do that?
Budget or something.
Not budget, the find a laundry on Rosetta Street,
What are they doing?
Rosetta and Marquis Street, but that food store there.
What they doing?
We in budget.
You mean value something?
One of them, but anyway.
Yeah, they all owned by the same people.
So you could program them to add on the back.
Yeah, but they add on the VAT, but how are they calculating what is VAT and whatever? On them little small little receipts, little regular old fashioned receipt.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter what you pay. It doesn't matter what you pay because at the end of the day, if you say your sales is $100, you know that 7.5% was paid by your
How much your
customers.
sales is?
Yeah, but they have sales receipt and records that becomes.
Those
The
same
roads,
cash
they
registers,
said
they
them
can
cash registers.
At
calculate.
the end, so at the end, it's calculated.
They brought in and how much they sold.
7.5.
And so
Okay.
if their sales was $100, they know that you paid 7.5%. So in their register,
Them
they know to take
old
out.
box cash
Yeah,
register.
yeah.
Yeah, they need
Yeah,
to
some of this
total.
of everything said.
Don't forget now, people always had tax. We just was one of the countries that wasn't using taxes. All systems have taxes in it.
And then like when they call you, they know how much they make throughout the day.
Yeah, they know.
Wow.
They know. So what's the threshold for registration?
100,000.
But you know, you get that one right. I need to put that there.
No, but
That's the one thing they
No.
actually
You
use.
need that.
You didn't ask for that one.
They ain't gonna put that.
No, man,
Think
you're
about that.
And I'm
Can
sure
you tell
somebody's
us the
get it wrong.
questions, Ms. Archer, that they asked you to clarify?
That would be interesting.
Please don't put it in.
Are you so sure? So you know what they are?
No, they don't do questions what he asked me. They say, no, don't put that there, no.
What else did he
So what
ask
you
you?
say yeah to? I don't know what she say yeah to. I don't know what she say.
I can see them ask you a question like giving you a multiple choice as to what is zero rated, what is exempt. You see that? These are zero rated, these are exempt. It's like you see them mixing it up.
Which module?
You say which one does not fall within the category for VAT.
We're on the VAT.
Yeah, we on VAT.
VAT, yes.
So what is the difference?
The different items.
Oh, the different items.
Items.
What page is that?
This is 14.
Zero rated you need with customs aid.
Zero rated for VAT.
Versus exempt.
Zero rated?
Yes.
Like what?
Then VAT, there are different schedules at the back.
What is zero rated?
A zero rated supplier of services directly in connection with land, on improvement to land situated outside the Bahamas.
Insurance services, advisory services, that could change. Insurance will be changed to valuable.
Yeah, insurance is valuable.
But they're already gone up on the premiums and last
We
year.
had about the premiums yet,
Yeah.
They gone up on it to say
That will be charged on
They done gone up on it.
car insurance.
every year insurance.
If
That's
you,
bad. Those bills are already too big.
and
It's called inflation.
it will be added on.
That's passing.
If you enter an agreement prior to the 1st of July, VAT will not be charged.
This
But if you-
year?
Yes. But if you enter into a brand new contract on the 1st of July, you will pay VAT.
Hold on, say that again.
For what? For what?
Home insurance, house insurance, all those insurance. Only thing it's not is life insurance.
Uh-huh.
And what's the next one? There's two.
No.
They
No,
done, they
what
done
do you pay back?
integrated life insurance. They
Uh-huh.
Life and annuity, everything else you will pay
they
back.
paying VAT, charging
So, I
VAT on
gotta
coffin, man.
But
I would
That's
if you
fine.
have home,
A
if
new
you have
car
home
before
bonus, if you pay on a
July.
monthly basis, you will
It's
pay
too
back
late.
after July, even if it's an old contract.
No, this ain't July.
If it's an old contract for health.
Once it's renewed after July.
You have to renew it, because they said, I asked them, they said, if you, let's say you got,
Yeah.
your insurance is due in April, and you're paying it over 6 months. They say when the July 1st come in, you don't pay VAT on that.
See, that's what, you know, what I'm saying is.
That ain't no money.
Like, I understand what you're saying.
That's
I'm saying,
But if they ain't catch it
people
this year, you
who
get it next
pay
year,
on a
so.
monthly basis.
People,
Well, that's different, yeah, that's a different type of
Yeah,
contract.
if you
about
pay on a
that.
monthly basis, your insurance.
Yeah, because you
contract
spun it over the whole year,
renews
right,
every
that's
day.
different.
So-
But if you do it where you say,
Yeah, if you pay
okay,
on the 6
I say,
months,
right, you
right.
say, I can pay half, and pay the balance in 6
I
months,
can't
you
take
don't
it
pay VAT
I
on
just pay
that.
what I have to pay.
no matter what you.
But then you'll be paying
So,
VAT.
this is
That's why,
Straight cross.
I know that, yeah, that's why, when I pay back when they go on the pay. Down
That first day was back doing, man, I didn't want to buy
That's
nothing.
almost $40.
Yeah, I didn't want to buy nothing.
Every little bit.
And I look at every receipt. Calculating, make sure it's right, nah. No.
So I don't think the VAT one is that
VAT on
difficult,
gas?
because you live in VAT. Yes, you pay VAT on gas now, you know, gas is going up.
Yeah, cheaper.
They do VAT on
It's
gas
going up.
now?
It's going up big.
It's going up, it's for something now.
Yeah.
Just pay plenty money for gas.
Down to what,
gas taxes.
350?
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
one
use
on-
up, use
Put your
up.
money up. By the end of the year, you will be there.
It's like the one that I had.
For sure.
Surety.
Back might get that woman.
What's that?
That gas was $3.90.
Miss
Yeah,
Archer,
but don't forget now, you keep paying your car at such a low rate, you know what happens, right?
Life
Then you go in the engine, and you can pay back on all these other
More
charges.
people should be insurance when they get.
Very more expensive.
Boy, these
Miss
people are
Archer,
just scary.
you had given us an example about this VAT thing.
Yeah.
On the calculation, and the final part of the calculation, when we said that it should have been, as the end consumer, as paying 7.5% on the final thing, so that was incorrect.
Because that's how somebody was doing it. Where was it? Somebody was charging VAT the wrong way.
This was at a seminar?
No, someone actually was charging VAT the wrong way.
So,
I
One
know
of these
George is
retailers.
giving people the back money twice a week.
yeah,
Yeah, because
Buy a
it's
shoe
not,
for $10.
and they
it's
gave
not
us-
done that way.
What they was doing, they was giving you
No, that was a
change.
scam.
No, I saw the receipt.
No, that was a scam. What they was doing, they was, I can't remember what it, because I went. to
No,
check
the
it out.
girl was
I
taking away the
put
VAT.
7.5.
They pay the VAT.
No, they just wasn't charging it.
No.
They just wasn't showing it on the receipt.
See,
No.
but they were charging you
There
more.
Yes, they were.
There was this thing where the girl, the shoes was for $10. Instead of charging 75 cents, she take away 75 cents, so you pay
Yeah,
$9.25.
That's what I saw.
Yeah,
that.
Yes.
that's why when
Oh.
the place started, it was,
It
yeah.
was
No,
right
I
in the
said people who
receipts, but
didn't
the
know.
cashier
They
was
just didn't
taking
know.
it
Yeah, she
away.
didn't know.
She didn't know, that's a difference.
Value
She made a
added
mistake.
tax
She was in error.
were added.
Yeah, but she didn't get that.
But that ain't what.
Inside the track, man.
Okay,
Yeah, I usually will get that
For
up.
FATCA, you should know the US&D shield.
Key oil.
My brain had shut down. He had nothing. You know, you say stay in front.
Oh,
And I'm
no.
sure they'll give you a scenario where they have recalcitrant
The US what?
person.
US and Isha.
US&D shield. Then the documents that are required I can see that could become kind of tricky.
Yeah, WA.
I don't have that.
You don't have the one
WNIY.
right here.
Well, you don't have a copy that I.
You have an extra one? The same one?
Martha?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
And I don't have any extra, sorry.
You have to put that on your list.
Over the status.
Yeah, the statuses, and when an NDC is cured.
What's the date on that?
11/6/2014. And then what's required for FATCA compliance?
So basically, you need to be the what?
Yeah.
They ain't doing this right.
Basically, you need to be the what?
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
I'm sure you are.
I'm excited.
So Miss Ashwell, what is fun about this, right? You're telling me that
You know all
Bahamians
that stuff.
who have U.S. Social Security numbers have to file that they have U.S. Social Security numbers?
Is they're not filing that?
They have to do what?
See, you have to go back to what she was saying
I have to
earlier.
take a week
You
off.
have to do a certification
Tax in the US is considered by citizenship.
by citizenship.
So if you have a social security number, therefore you are a citizen of the
No.
US.
No, you're not.
But you have a number. So you have to
You
sign
need
an
to-
assessment saying that you do not file any taxes.
Yeah, you still have to show
You
something.
have to do that.
You have to let
But
them
you
know
didn't know when
something,
the
because
exam
otherwise you
was.
consider a citizen and Uncle Sam one is
That's
not.
why they still want to sign that WH form.
You have to sign it.
If you're
Why?
right,
Why?
All the
So what are you doing with this number?
All those
I
students
still
who
don't
went
have to
off
read
to the
it.
States and have to have a social security number
I just want.
and,
You was a resident at that point.
exactly, were a resident at that point. You only got your visa for.
But then that number fell away when you left back
No,
home?
you keep that for
No,
life.
No, you get that for life.
Oh, yeah,
You get that for
like-
life.
See, that's why it can't be better, because your numbers expired, yeah.
Yeah, I thought your number's
Your
expired.
number stays for life in the state.
Well, I went to school, but I mean, I don't know what the number is. When I left it, that was it.
So
I don't get nothing
did you
there.
file?
No, because I don't have, everything has SBD.
But how could just come about? When the bank just have to report anything and ask them stuff to say, you have a US address, you were born in the United States, you have this TIN number, the bank have to report, fill out this form, and they have to report.
So she asked me if I have a US number. I don't. I don't know what that is.
You do.
What is it?
You just
Never
don't know
used
what
it?
is. You just don't know what it is.
I never used it. I went to school, they gave me one. I never worked.
Yeah, but
never
that
had
follow you
to.
forever.
I don't know what it is.
So if you ain't pay
You have
JCPenney,
a, you have
that's
a
still
social
following
security
you.
number?
Yes,
Probably
you
that,
have,
yeah,
you
that's
have,
cool.
you have it for life. I have for life. But I don't have anything else in the States.
But that's where you gotta sign up.
Does it sign a form?
You do not have to do
A
that.
JCPenney what? Credit
You will
card?
be, you will be.
No, she's saying she has a social security number.
Stop calling me in to say you have to pay taxes, you know.
I don't say none of that, you know.
I
It's
say
because you
you
don't
have
have
to
no
pay
money here.
taxes.
You'll be
I'm just saying I am, I am not.
You will be listed as US and
That's all that form
DC.
says.
That's all it says. I'm just trying to figure out why.
That is what they require.
That's what they require of all the banks
Ms.
here.
Archer, tell us
Anybody
she
who
will be
has an
listed
account
as
with the
pending.
bank, the bank has to send a form to say that
Recalcitrant,
this
have
person
one of them
is or is
is
not a
right,
citizen.
That's what they want to
You
know.
are, send the information.
So the court,
If you know.
Yeah.
lady named
See when I see my social security
Yeah.
card.
Paula.
It's a,
Melissa.
I only valid for wages.
Yes, I'm
Social
He
security.
has a whole, he has a whole in
Yeah.
the United States.
I got one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as
And
long
there are
as
a lot
school.
of Indians who have properties in the
I had
United
one.
States.
I had
You go
one.
to Canada,
A lot of people
you go to
have
Canada, you go to the States.
I had an American Dream.
No.
I figured that out.
You don't wanna go there.
Then they start exchanging information
Yeah, you can file it for all work
between
only.
authorities.
Yeah, so where you
They
gonna
need to
live?
exchange information with what he have first
Think it
before
would.
they can exchange information
Yeah.
What's that say?
overseas.
Where you gonna live?
And exchanging information.
There you go. You got the eagle and everything.
Oh.
Well, that's all
Child, I don't know that they have done so long.
I got one too. I know
As
my
soon as I
number
finish, I
here.
get over there.
And then
Yeah, no, mine says the exact
Not
same
like
thing.
security, yeah.
No more than 7 days.
mine says
I gotta go.
But then guess what?
Crazy and block the ball.
That's it, yeah, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
I have
No
mine
more.
says- I ain't signing that.
They give you that number. Everything you do.
Okay.
Do we have any other reviews with any other? No, only extras?
Sasha, Sasha, May I ask one more time, please?
So what happened to flicking? What happened to him?
See, Archer,
Y'all need it?
Christine, dot Archer at Scotia.
Wilkinson. Oh, vacation, I used to tell her.
Yeah, what's your email address?
Oh, you need Wilkinson?
Oh, yes.
Y'all need it?
What happened?
No, you need to just need to
What happened
read.
to him?
Christine, what's your email address, mom?
Christine,
Christine,
dot Archer.
full stop, Archer, at scotiabank.com.
But she's going on vacation.
She's going on vacation tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow, next week Thursday.
She's not going to answer you. I emailed her before.
I'm at the branch.
I watched her open
Which
it.
branch you at then?
And she answered me.
Wolf and J.
You couldn't read her
Dollar
like that.
Controller.
Yes.
You at Wolf and East Street?
She opened
No,
and
Wolf and
she.
J.
Wolf in the room.
Miss
Tell them to prioritize
You
emails,
open
yeah?
it and.
We gotta prioritize. I read. No,
You see her down to that?
I come in the
Yeah, right.
room, Sergeant, before you move.
Before you go where?
Before you
The
go
Canada?
Where you going, Miss?
Well, yeah, before I go, I come in the
Thursday.
Where you going?
Miami.
So all these questions.
You go in the shop?
I just want to know if she has access to Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Why?
Wi-Fi.
How long you going for?
What hotel you stayed at again?
I just don't know when she said.
So that's Maybe they call you directly, calling you for that.
When she is in the mall.
Hey, I'm at the
That's what
Western.
I need for real.
No, she's lost so much weight. She used to be a 16, 16, 18. And now mommy's now wearing a small.
The girl have our stuff,
So
right?
everything is too big.
Okay. When she up?
Everything is too big. So I only have 3.
Like mine? Put it like going there?
Yeah, I have 20.
Oh, let me.
Yeah. And then like, we got a lot of
Everything I didn't take is
from
what
over
I
there.
I should have put an X on it. What I didn't take.
Yeah.
I just
I don't have yours. What's yours?
It's coming right now.
I highlighted it.
Where?
But miss it. What's it called? I should copy it.
This is the part I want to be in. I didn't get 2 of these questions.
That's what
These
it
2 of
says.
them.
Uh-huh.
They
What do you
have
put?
30.
You didn't say what's missing. What are you trying to tell me? Set that back there.
Only the ones that I take what I have.
Okay,
what's
so
not
put
taken-
unticked.
Right, is what I do.
Oh,
Just
Lord.
put, highlight everything that's.
I gotta read his mind at all.
I like it. I love when we look at reading.
Now you see what on a different room altogether.
He passed being on the groove. I don't know what planet he on.
The results I made.
Yeah. So don't you click?
So I click.
So, hey, the first person to start off is gonna have the expression. Hey, am I pass or I fail? Let's see.
Yours,
Oh,
yours
yeah.
are like talking. You're gonna read no expression. I can hear it now. Pass, fail, pass, fail. Your name.
Be like in the Sudan. Did you get the essay on the back? What essay? Essay was on the back page.
Gotta read it.
No, but this one, my kids are. Not a problem.
No worries.
Right, stop it, but I'm
Okay, let me go see if the Bahamas may get a go with it.
Well, like you said, you gonna read it.
See him coming here? Who's seeing both? Is he coming?
You don't put the soccer. We're gonna qualify up.
No, I talking about the track.
What did He was coming?
He's supposed to be.
Supposed to be?
You know, but last time he was injured. Yeah, he had an injury. That's a lot of people was injured. That's why they see you.
You didn't go last year? My mom and my aunt.
I have to see him run. I'll have to see him run.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
So good to see you guys. Happy New Year. See you all
Yeah.
Yes.
next year. No, never? Okay.
No, I'm teaching her taxation. She's doing taxation with me.
Oh. Where the garbage is in the back?
We do taxation of trusts. That's what we studying now.
Once you finish this, like you're in Ghana.
You keep saying that, so send me an email when you leave.
I have to go.
I just came back from a work conference.
I got so much reading.
In Canada?
Orlando. Where you at?
What I should carry?
It's called GAMO. It's for life insurance sales manager.
Oh, my son need life insurance, you know.
Give me my card. Talk.
No, because he turned 18. And I told him he needs to get some life insurance now, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was supposed to ask you as soon as I saw you and I forgot. But did you say that?
I'm good with this.
Huh?
He in good health.
Yeah, he's in good health, you see? But let me let him call you so you can talk to him. And yeah, because he's 18. He's 18 in October. So see what's the best thing you can get, what you can offer him.
Best thing that we do right now,
Let's get what?
probably get term, much term as possible. Like right now, I have 300,000 for myself in term.
How much I got?
I took out after that on that, $69, $70.
Oh, okay, I'll firm that then.
Yeah.
I can get at least the thing. What you then put the plate on the bag?
Couple pieces actually.
Okay, so you want to do something like that for right up there? So what do you need him to do?
I love to send to them, complete the application. Give them the quote, I love to get the first payment in the job.
No, I definitely give you that. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
But then I love to complete the application, the whole couple documents.
And he's normally at this any weekend.
I get his ID documents, the main stuff I can do, passport and ID card.
Okay, that's part of what I have there. So you want to do it when you come back from away?
Do that, yeah. Even if you want, I can do it earlier.
Yeah, that's the part.
I work on appointments, and right now my whole appointment schedule is full with CFP study.
So write down this date of birth. The 10th of the 10th. 10th of the 10th. What date is it going on?
2018, so that should be
96?
yeah.
96. 10 of the 10, 96. Omar Archer. Yeah. You say it's for 300,000? Look it up and see, yeah. And then I can tell him call you so he can give you his schedule. Yeah. You just go there for the information. Huh?
Thank God I out there doing this business.
A lot of people don't like to do it.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to say. So I still carrying less stuff, but I can ease them with it.
A lot of people don't like this business. It's beneficial.
No, but see, you can sell. Everybody can sell. They'll go into the business, but they can't sell. You see?
Yeah.
That's
I had to
the tricky
learn.
part.
I had to learn how to sell. I'd be honest with you. But yeah, the hardest part, the hardest part of the whole,